Welcome back, everybody. Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans, featured right here on the TNI network. This is Trent, my co-host, Jaybone, Alicia, and Bill. And this is the Impact on AXS TV review for January 5th, 2021. Happy New Year, everybody. The first show of 21. What's going on, you guys?
Oh.
Happy New Year. We're starting off big. We're starting off real big.
The draw, so to speak.
This is huge, which is huge. We ended the year with Gia Miller on the show, which everybody was happy about. They were loving it. They were getting all this praise, but it's like, we couldn't start off 21. 20 was a fucked up year, man. 20 was all shot and shitty, and everybody's got something to say about it. But we're kicking off 21 positive, PMA all the way, and we have a very special guest tonight. And this is one we all universally love. He might yell at us. He might be he might be mad at us for bothering him. He's a busy guy. He does a lot of shit. But he's going to be on the show, and I'm very excited to have him. This is a huge one for us, guys. This is very, very special. Jaybone, before we bring him in, get all your stupid comments out of the way now. I don't need you embarrassing us anymore when he gets on here.
Oh, well, see, there was a certain little grit bit that happened last week. You kind of embarrassed me last week, so there might be we'll bring in our guest and we'll see what happens.
All right, you got it. Let's bring him in, guys. He is former Impact Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion. He is the draw. He is Sami Callihan. There he is. Look at that. Straight ICU fashion. You pop in here.
You've already pissed me off. You want people to watch this show? You need more Sami Callihan, the draw in the intro. I see you got Jimmy Jacobs. You have that idiot Vince Russo, but you don't have the draw Sami Callihan. After this interview's done, you got to remake the intro, and you got to put me in for at least a minute and a half of it.
Deal. We used to have literally, like Ross is saying, our buddy Ross has pointed out to you, warning you, we used to have a 15-minute intro to this show. That's what he
Well, if it was 15 minutes of me, I'd be okay with that.
All right, we might do that. It depends how long you go, how much quality content we get
and
today.
Don't listen to Ross. Ross is bald. His opinion doesn't matter.
Perfect. But Ross, you're here. It's Sami saying it, not me.
Oh, wait, Ross is here?
He might be listening.
Hey, what's up, Ross?
There we go.
I love you, Ross.
Sami, what's up, man? Happy to have you here. Thank you for doing this. We just saw you and Eddie Edwards beat the fuck out of each other a few minutes ago. How you feeling?
Beat, broken, nothing I haven't felt before. But at the end of the day, you're playing chess with a genius, and I'm one step away from making a checkmate. At the end of this episode tonight, look at Eddie Edwards. Really look at Eddie Edwards. He's too easy to get in his mind. I've gotten him. I've gotten his family's mind. I'm going to get exactly what I want. I don't know if you watched the episode, which if you're watching this, you probably watched the damn episode. There's a certain thing in there that I think gives away what I really want. And maybe if Eddie Edwards has the balls, he'll get the hint and he'll accept what I want.
Well, we're going to find out. We were going to talk a little bit about Hard to Kill. Genesis this weekend, Hard to Kill, the celebration. Lots going on for Impact. We have Wrestling Week on AXS TV.
You know what? You're doing a terrible job, Trent. Let me do it for you.
Go ahead.
This coming Saturday, Impact Wrestling on Impact Plus, we have Genesis. It's a namesake that's been used for years in Impact Wrestling, and we're bringing back the Super X Cup. Hey, I love X Division Wrestling, and this Saturday you're going to have 8 of the best X Division wrestlers from around the world. New guys coming in. It's going to be absolutely a barn-burning evening. See, that's how you hype a show, Trent. I did a great job. You did a terrible job. 1 point for the draw.
Beautiful. This is why you're on TV and I'm not, Sam. This is why I got to do this. Okay. I'm
exactly.
Sorry.
You got me late at night. I'm usually in bed by now getting my beauty sleep, but I'm up talking to your dumbass.
All right. Well, listen, how about this? You started off our year hot. Like 12:01 a.m. You declared you're going to be champion. You are leading the Impact locker room. You're captain of the team. You're going to be here and you're leading the way.
I think it's been pretty obvious that I've been captain of the team for the last 3 years.
Well, absolutely you have. I'm just saying.
I waved it as bad of a guy as I might be, and people might love to hate me. At the end of the day, I am Impact Wrestling.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Bill, you were gonna chime in while he was cutting me down like a tree here. You were gonna say something.
I was just gonna say it's
it's the dude at the Moose Fest. What do you got? What do you got for me?
I was gonna say before it becomes viral, Impact already put it out there on their Twitter account that it is Sami versus Eddie at Hard to Kill Barbed Wire Massacre.
Oh, there we go. He actually got what I wanted. See, it was that easy. If I would have just challenged Eddie Edwards to a barbed wire massacre match, his dumbass would have been afraid. He wouldn't have accepted. We all know that Eddie Edwards is afraid of the draw of Sami Callihan. So I had to get in his head to get exactly what I want, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it's the office. It doesn't matter if it's the boys and girls in the back. The draw gets what he wants.
Hey, listen, I think you've already declared, aside from this is the year for the draw, the world championship coming back this year. I mean, you got a lot going on, man. We were ecstatic to see you put that out there right away. As soon as the clock turned to 2021.
Hard to Kill is shaping up, man. Look at it. It might be one of the best pay-per-views of the year. We already got the main event. That's a dream match for the entire world that wants to see it. But at the end of the day, the draw Sami Callihan, Eddie Edwards is going to be the main event, because we're going to bleed all over Nashville.
How many times would you say you guys have fought each other already?
408.
408 times. Put that out. We got stat collectors here. You have you really?
408 times.
That's fucking awesome.
That's wow.
Would I lie to you? I lie to you?
You absolutely would. I think you would. He's really upset at me already. We're like 7 minutes into this thing, and he's already.
You know what? Hemi is a shitty band.
You know, this is unbelievable. Somebody else take over. I offer to send you free music.
What does Jaybone say? Spider Nate Webb. What do you got for me?
Yeah, what do you got, Jay? Take over.
You know what? Yeah, just let's continue. I'm kind of enjoying this, because considering what happened to me last week with our last guest, Gia Miller.
Please never do that again.
Oh.
Shit, Jaybone.
All right. Well, so yeah, what happened last week is I got to say, the anchor of our podcast here really kind of threw me under the bus. So I want to return the favor and put you on ice, Trent.
He's already putting me on ice. He's already grilling me.
I'm gonna put you on ice. I'm gonna put you on the spot here because I love you, and I want you to do your best Sami Callihan imitation.
He's already done it, and I told him if he did it again, I was going to break both of his legs.
This is true. I never told you guys.
Trent, you can go ahead and do it, because we're behind a computer screen, and everyone knows how much trash people like to talk behind a computer screen when there's nothing they can do about it. But at the end of the day, I am going to see you again. If you do this impression, I'm going to break both of your freaking legs.
Jaybo, you're putting me on a spot. He's threatened to fucking hurt me already.
No, now you got to do it. Now I want to be entertained, Trent. Entertain me.
Oh Jesus. Well, Sam, you're putting me on the spot here, man. I mean, I could just come out and say anything. I could just say, well, the draw is going to be the Impact Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion in 2021, and I can say some shit like that. But
that was more Macho Man Randy Savage than it was the draw of Sami Callihan. You get a thumbs down, my friend.
This is terrible, Bill. You got to take over here, man.
And once again, as much as I hate to say it, Hemi is a shitty band.
You know what's going to happen is some of these marks are going to clip that, and they're going to tag me in it, and I'm never going to live that down now. Thanks to you, Sammy. I'm never going to live that down.
I hope they kick you out, because I'll be the new lead singer for the band, and Hemi will go up through the Billboard charts to #1.
I might have to have that happen. Maybe a guest spot, Sammy.
I would be a killer lead singer for Hemi. I'm going to bring Sammy in for. I have the voice of an angel.
Angel falling out of hell.
Clearly, I know, Sam.
You're so funny, Nate Webb.
Well, Sam, let's talk Hard to Kill, man. We got the celebration earlier that morning. That's going to happen on January 16th, live on pay-per-view at Fight TV. Celebration is going to be on ImpactWrestling.com. It is. Tell us a little bit about that. What is it? I know you've done some in the past. Tell us what that's all about. What can fans expect if they do join the celebration?
See, this is the kind of match I don't think Eddie Edwards ever been in. You forget. People seem to forget that before I came along and got into Eddie Edwards' career and put it on a different trajectory, Eddie Edwards is one of the best technical wrestlers in the world. He's never been through a match like Cage of Death, which I've been through, been thrown off a 25-foot steel cage. Eddie Edwards has never been through a match like Tangled Web when there's barbed wire nets hanging from the ring. This is just a regular day for me. I've done barbed wire all over the world. I've done it in England, done it in Germany, I've done it in Japan, and it doesn't scare me. My idols in professional wrestling were Terry Funk and Mick Foley, and at the end of the day, I'm going to go out and do them proud the only way I know how to do.
It's going to be brutal, man. If you guys can pre-order that right now on Fight TV for January 16th. Hard to
pre-order it twice.
Do it twice. Give one away. Give one to one of us or something. Yeah. No, Sammy.
Remember, the last barbed wire massacre could not be seen on TV. Remember?
Yeah, I was in that too, and it was too violent for television. But this time, it's not going to be on television. It's going to be on pay-per-view. So imagine what we're going to do on pay-per-view.
I can't even imagine how much more violent this is going to be on pay-per-view. You know what is the game plan going on? You fought him 408 times, you said. What's 409 going to be, Sammy? What can we expect? What do you have in store? What has he not seen already?
I could have put Eddie Edwards away this week, but what's the fun in that? Everything happens for a reason. I truly believe that. And there's a whole grand plan behind everything. What better than to embarrass Eddie Edwards and get rid of him from Impact Wrestling from good than to beat him on the biggest pay-per-view in Impact Wrestling history?
I like this. I like where this is headed. I feel like this is going to be way more. I've seen you in some violent stuff. I've seen you in person, some violent stuff. I've seen you do spill a lot of blood across the country. I really feel like this is going to be one for the ages, guys. So
I'm not afraid to bleed.
I think we all know. I think we definitely all know that for sure. Bill, you were going to ask Sammy something. I know you had a couple of questions for Sami Callihan. I'm going to let you take us. I have to pace myself with him right now because if I say too much, it's going to kill him.
Well,
what do you got, Moose? What do you got, Moose?
Well, obviously, after the barbed wire massacre with Eddie, are you looking at Rich Swann? Are you looking at the world titles, or with Ken returning? Is he looking at that? Well, what's your plans? Do you have title aspirations in 21?
Ken Shamrock is going to put Impact Wrestling in a complete tailspin of chaotic. One of the biggest things about being with Ken Shamrock is I absolutely know what he's capable of that other people don't remember. People seem to think that he's been away for the business for a while. He just recently came back last year. Is he the Ken Shamrock of old? Yes, he is the Ken Shamrock of old. And with him standing by my side, there's nothing we can't do in Impact Wrestling. And I think that's going to lead me to being the next Impact World Champion by the end of 2021. The belt that, might I say, I wrongfully lost. The belt that, might I say, I put back on the map. The belt that, might I say, needs me more than I need it.
You know, we were there when you lost that. We were pretty angry. I was pretty upset seeing that happen. I think I might have said something to you, told me to get the hell away from you. I was like,
well, it's not like I beat the person that beat me 45 times before that. Everyone gets lucky every once in a while. Every dog has their day.
That's true. That's very true. No, well, listen, we talk a lot about this, Sammy, how you really are, that belt or not, you are definitely that horde ornament of Impact Wrestling. And I think Hard to Kill is the start of it for 21, and like you said, by the end of the year, I think that belt's looking pretty good. So tell us about the celebration, the whole Fan Fest celebration that's going to happen, the virtual one. Are you participating in? What can fans expect from that? I know you've done it before.
Celebration's great. You can meet all your favorite Impact Wrestling stars. They'll talk to you on a screen like this. You'll look at us like we're monkeys in a zoo, and you'll applaud and you'll buy merch. And at the end of the day, I may do it, I may not. It all depends on how I'm feeling. The major thing that I'm thinking going on the rest of the year isn't the Fan Fest or the celebration. It's what's in store for Impact Wrestling in 2021. When I came to Impact Wrestling, I said I was going to help put this company back on the map. And look at us now, 2021. We are the company that the entire world is talking about once again.
That's right.
It's true.
Like you said, ever since you came in, you've declared that you were going to put it back on the map. I think successfully as we close 20.
I'm really good at professional wrestling.
You are one of the best to ever do it. I will absolutely, no matter how much you insult me today, I'm gonna say that. But you definitely did that at the end of 2020. We're kicking off the new year, 2021, and like you said, everybody's talking about it. How does it feel? You know, as a fan, I assume you grew up as a fan of Impact, TNA in the old days. How does it feel to be such a part of it now and to be that leader for the last few years, to be the guy declaring we're going to take it back to where it was and beyond?
I remember watching the very first Impact Wrestling pay-per-view on Wednesdays, and it became a commonplace at my house. Every Wednesday, all my friends, we got together, we ordered pizza, and we watched Impact Wrestling. And it truly shaped the person that I became. Everyone was fans of, other companies, and I was getting sick and tired of it. Impact Wrestling is what truly got me into professional wrestling more than ever. It made me want to be a professional wrestler more than ever. And I knew one day from that moment that I was going to go on to be Impact World Champion. And it's just icing on the cake that it happened. And now I'm the face of Impact Wrestling.
You absolutely kicked things off with the Access era and everything in Windsor, which Bill was at. Bill, you were there live when that happened. He
Don't care. Don't care.
All right, we're gonna leave that out. But Sammy, what else we got going on, man? What else is on the agenda? We got Genesis this Saturday, Hard to Kill coming up. What else can we look forward? We got a little bit of an invasion going on. Are you getting involved in this whole thing? Rich Swann's in there. Are you dipping your toe in this? I saw you declare a little maybe. Okay, we're gonna get that emote right there, that emoji, the shrugging shoulder. That's fine. Because if I had a word,
I'm just gonna drink my liquid death water and keep my mouth shut.
All right, very nice. We're gonna see what happens. I know the Death Machine definitely it has a plan, no matter what happens. But guys, like we said, Hard to Kill, January 16th. Don't forget, Fight TV live on pay-per-view. Get your orders in for that. Sammy, anything else? We're about, we were told a very strict time limit with you. We got to get all this stuff in before you have to leave, because I don't want to go 1 minute over, because you're going to be really, really angry with me.
If you do not order the pay-per-view, I'm going to find where you live, come to your house, and I'm going to bite each and every single one of your toes off your foot. I think that's pretty good incentive to order Hard to Kill and to watch one of the most brutal, bloody, violent matches in Impact Wrestling history, Barbed Wire Massacre 4.
I got to ask you a question. I know you're only focused on your match, but is there any other matches on Hard to Kill that you're going to keep your eye on, maybe for the future? Just kind of see what's going on.
The whole show was stacked. Like, I may be a terrible human being, and I might be a POS, and I might be the person that everyone loves to hate, but I love professional wrestling. This card, if I was a fan looking at this card, it is a pay-per-view you cannot miss. Like, I'm not just saying this to try to push the company. I'm saying this as a fan of professional wrestling. You have a 6-man tag that is truly a dream match no one ever expected to happen. AEW versus Impact Wrestling, a match that is actually happening. You got me and Eddie Edwards in a bloody, violent, vicious Barbed Wire Massacre match. You got the women's tag team title match to declare once again who is the Impact World Women's Tag Team Champions, Knockouts champions, if you will. You have the X Division Championship match, and you got, which was announced tonight, you got the Karate Man versus Ethan Page. I don't know what the hell is going to happen with that, but this is a pay-per-view you absolutely can't miss. And also, part of my language, what the fuck is a Susan?
Yeah, what is it? We're going to talk about that in the review, guys. After Sammy leaves, we're doing the full review. We're going to talk about the Susan. But don't forget, like you said, guys, get your order in now. This is literally
this is my gimmick shirt. Collar and elbow. Buy the merch.
Get the merch at Collar Elbow. Get the merch at shopimpact.com. There are 4 or 5 Sami Callihan t-shirts there as well. I'm going to plug your stuff for you, Sammy, making sure. But guys, get your orders in now.
Say 4 or 5 more things, and I'm going to beat the shit out of you.
Oh, Jesus. I can't get a win from
I'll take over here.
Take over, please. Let me tag you in, Jaybone. I've already exceeded my tolerance with Sammy here. Go ahead, Jaybone.
One of the things
I don't think he likes you much more than me, though. I just got to say, I'm not sure.
The only person I like here is Alicia.
I'm sure. I was going to say.
She's kept it down. She hasn't insulted my integrity, and she's actually treated me with the respect I deserve. So, Alicia, you're cool. Jaybone, screw you. Bill, screw you. Moose, whatever you want to call yourself. And Trent, once again, he sucks.
Unbelievable. Alicia, can you say something nice to him? Just like cool him off a little bit before I do the close.
Tell me how good I am. Come on.
Please.
Well, you're amazing, and you're going to do a wonderful job this weekend. Can't wait to see you kick Eddie's ass again.
I'm going to win, obviously.
Facts.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna go out on a limb. We are known for presenting the hard-hitting questions, Sammy. So here, I'm gonna throw this out there. Look, this past year has been kind of crazy, and one thing you have heard a lot lately is, what did we do in 2020? We binged on this, we binged on that. Sammy, in any of your free time, what did you binge watch the most, and why is it Mandalorian?
I have not watched The Mandalorian. I'm just saying. The best show in television history is Cobra Kai. If you haven't watched it,
Goddamn
go
right.
out of your way to watch it. I watched the entire third season the day it came out. I sat down for 5 hours straight and watched every damn episode. And it might be the best television show in the history of, ever.
Are we getting?
I can guarantee you it's not better than
Also,
Mandalorian.
other great shows, just going off shows I've binge watched recently. I've once again watched the entire episodic history of Trailer Park Boys, another great show.
Beautiful.
Sexual Education on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, go out of your way to watch it. Absolutely awesome show. What's some other shows that I've watched? Impact on AXS TV.
This guy right here. What a
Just
plug.
point.
Beautiful. I have not seen season 3 yet. I'm gonna definitely watch
Watch it now. Get off this and go watch it now.
I haven't
right
even
now?
seen season 1. Apparently, I
Yeah,
need to go watch it.
Dude, they're great. It's so good. If you're a fan of the Karate Kid, you don't even have to be a fan of the Karate Kid. I am. If you're a fan of the 80s and 90s, that is the show you got to watch.
The hard-hitting question coming out of Cobra Kai though was Johnny the face the entire time?
I think he was. I don't like LaRusso. I don't like him.
This show made me hate LaRusso even more. That's what happened.
And Pierce might be. What the hell, Kears? The main.
Yeah. Curse.
Yeah, whatever you want to pronounce it. He's a piece of shit. You know what?
But he's the guy. He's the root of all the Cobra Kai, man.
I mess him up, dude.
I would now that we got to get that on an Impact Plus special.
Also, recently, finally, I know I'm late to the party. Watch Eastbound and Down. Great show.
I never saw Eastbound and Down. I got to check that out too.
Go watch it right now.
How much time do you think I have, Sammy? How much time? I gotta sing in the shitty band like you call
Well,
it.
after he kicks you out.
Well, then I'll have a lot of time.
After I become the new lead singer / guitar player.
I really want you to do a guest vocal. Can you do it for me?
I 100% will, because it'll make your band actual good.
We would actually maybe sell our record or two. I mean, hey, Sammy, you support the independents. You know how it is. But all right, Sammy, you guys heard it here first. He's gonna be on the next Sammy record.
We've heard him sing "Here Comes the Bride."
We
need to do a new Sami Callihan theme music, bro, and I'll sing it myself, Shawn Michaels style.
We'll do it.
Awesome. We'll sell it on Apple, iTunes, whatever you want to sell it on. We'll make a bunch of money. We'll do a 90-10 split.
I'm in. 90-10. Kind of typical music business screwery going on here.
No, that's real. Math.
Okay.
Steiner math.
Steiner math? Okay. Which we saw several times on Twitch today.
Yeah.
Steiner math
It's
was
the
on
most
Twitch.
watched clip in Impact Wrestling history. I see it every day.
It's incredible. I think we all can recite it word for word at this point. But Sammy, let us know where we can follow you, man. I know we're at about our time. We got to let you run. But where can people get connected? Are you still doing Twitch? What happened to your Twitch?
My Twitch, I was in the middle of moving. Don't judge me. I bought a sweet new house.
Look at this.
But I will be back on Twitch soon, which is twitch.tv/real Sami Callihan. You can follow me on Twitter at the Sami Callihan and on Instagram at official Callihan. I do not have a Facebook, so if someone creates a fake Facebook and messages, it's not me.
It's not him. Can you show us your cool Ghostbusters tattoo before you go? Can I see the Gozerian tattoo you have?
I don't have a Gozer.
I think it's a Gozer.
No, I have one of the terror dogs.
Well, yeah. Well, which was wasn't okay. Whatever. The dogs holding the pumpkin. I always call the dogs Gozer.
It's the dogs are not Gozer.
Well, they were.
You son of a bitch.
You're embarrassing yourself, Trent.
I am embarrassed. It's fucking weird because I love the movie. And I always refer to the dogs as Gozer.
You don't love it enough.
I guess not. Shit. But can you show it? You didn't show it to us. Show it to us.
I did show it to you.
Jesus Christ. And is there Slimer somewhere too? Do you have Slimer
It's
on
a
your
terror dog holding a pumpkin a la Halloween Havoc entranceway, but the pumpkin is the pumpkin from the Halloween movie. Drew it myself, created it myself, because I'm also an artist and I'm really good at life.
You're quite the artist too. I never knew you drew. I never knew you did that. Look, we're plugging your Twitch. Look at that.
I'm gonna punch you in the head.
I can't wait. I do miss you, Sam. It's been a while.
You got pro wrestling tees and you got stuff on Shop Impact. You got your own site too, don't you?
I do, which you should always buy from Shop Impact. But you want to check out some other stuff? I have so much stuff. I built this store myself. It's CallahanMerch.com. We got T-shirts, backpacks, pretty much anything you can ever think of.
Everyone
Nice.
mask.
You got a mask. Alicia has a mask.
ICU
isn't it?
mask somewhere.
She has an ICU mask somewhere. But she's
I
like,
knew
you
I
said-
liked her for a reason.
That's true. But I'm wearing your shirt. What the hell? You still hate me though. I'm like trying to plug your stuff. No, it doesn't work. It does not work, everybody.
I bought one the other day.
Every time I look at you, I can smell you. I can smell you through the TV.
That's bullshit. Because you told me once that you said you once told me I had that pretty hair. You said this to me. You're like, you got that
fake
pretty hair.
news.
That's
Fake
bullshit.
news.
No, he said you got that pretty hair, and I said, "Well, I said I can give you my conditioner tips." You're like, "Go fuck yourself," and I said, and I said, "Well, okay." But no,
I may or may not have said that.
he may or may not. We're gonna leave it at that. Hemi does suck. Then, according to Sami Callihan, he will make us. He's gonna make us on the next record, though. But guys, like we said, Hard to Kill, January 16th. Get that. But before that, Genesis is this Saturday on the Impact Plus app. Order. It's $8 a month, so you cannot lose. If you haven't gotten it before, you get a free 30-day trial. So start with Genesis. AXS Wrestling Week is next week, leading to Hard to Kill, and then Sami Callihan at Twitch.tv / real Sami Callihan. What's up?
It's not $8 a month. It's $7.99.
Are you gonna yell at him now too for trying that impersonation? Are you gonna give him as much shit as you gave me for
That
that?
was pretty good.
That was not good. It wasn't better than mine. He's really not happy with us right now. All right, Sammy, one more time. Where can they follow you?
I'm not so much mad as I am disappointed.
That's even worse. Shit. It's funny. I feel like my dad's like upset with me right now. That's what my dad says to me. This is really not the way I wanted to end this interview, Sammy. How about we plug your stuff one more time? Maybe we can do that and just end it on a high note. Can we do that?
Hey, Trent, how about you eat shit?
All right, well, that's everybody.
There you
We're gonna do with that. Sami Callihan, the draw, everybody. Thank you very much for being here. Hard to Kill, January 16th, Fight TV and pay-per-view. Impact Plus for Genesis this weekend. Guys, Impact on AXS every Tuesday night at 8/7 Central. Tune in. You can see the draw. Sami Callihan. And if you want to see him yell at me some more, maybe we'll come back. Oh my God. All right, we gotta get out of here. Sammy, thank you for being on. We appreciate it. Thank you again. I don't know if he's even listening to us anymore. I could maybe he'll ICU his way out of here. I'm not really sure what's happening. I'm not really sure what's going on. Sammy's still there.
Lulled him into a slumber.
I think he's gone. Sammy, all right, let's give him a round of applause. Maybe we'll make him happy. Sami Callihan, everybody. Thank you very much for being here. We'll see you later, Sammy. Thank you very much. He's still here. He's still here. Aren't you supposed to leave when that happens?
I do what I want when I want. You
All
don't
right, fair
tell
enough.
me when I'm leaving the show or not.
All right, let's try this one more.
So now, wait.
What?
Wait.
All right. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. I think he just left.
I'm so confused.
What we got here? What's going on?
Is that
Now
a
you
llama?
get the
down.
llama.
Oh,
It's a llama.
the
That's a
llama?
llama.
I've never been llamaed before.
Oh,
Look at the llama.
you got told.
What's with the llama?
Good job, guys.
All right,
Well,
so
that worked
somebody
out.
educate me on the llama. What's up with this llama?
I don't know, but
we
we're
spit,
interviewing the
but-
llama. Let's
Save
ask the llama.
for your mama.
Save the drama llama. Let's ask the llama. Do we interview the llama now? What happens now? Bill, can you help me out here? Do we interview the llama?
The llama's got it's got a hat on.
Yeah. So
Style?
llama, what are you most looking forward to at Hard to Kill, llama?
Oh,
Really?
the llama.
I
Llama.
never said you could talk to the llama.
Oh shit.
But since that pissed me off, and now I really am leaving.
See you, Sammy.
There.
Unbelievable. Sami Callihan, everybody. That was probably why did he rattle me so much? I've talked to him 100 times and he's got me rattled and he's out. It's
Got
fish
you
out.
shook like a schoolgirl, Trent.
I'm telling you, I'm shaking like a whore in church.
It was like you
Unbelievable.
when you were the little stinger all over again.
Unbelievable.
Like a
Unreal.
horse.
Like a whore in
word.
church. Wow. Well, that was Sami Callihan, everybody. Thank you. Big thanks for being here. Jack Bonnet for saying he's behind me. That would make total sense. I would expect him to just show up behind me like that.
Oh, he's
But that
still
was-
here. He's here the whole time.
Yeah, that was awesome. It was very cool to have Sami Callihan. Thank you again, Sammy, for being on, guys.
Thank you.
I am
Thank you.
shook.
I don't know how I can go on with the full review now. That's the problem. I don't know what to do. But
And Trent, I know you mentioned it, but just
yes.
as Sammy said, like this, if you partake in the celebration on ImpactWrestling.com,
Yes.
it's a Zoom call where there will be, I know advertised right now, You never know. Sammy could show up, but advertised is like Rich Swann, Deanna, the Good Brothers, Don Callis, EY, the Guns, and our favorite tag team, Tasha and Kiera.
Nice.
They're worth it just alone. Point is, guys, buy it.
Exactly.
Watch it.
Yes.
Make it part of your inner being.
Yeah, do the fan fest. And as you said, do Hard to Kill, like Fight TV, your local pay-per-view providers.
It's becoming the flagship show in some ways to like start that year off. You know, I mean, it really is. Like last year's Hard to Kill was so memorable, and this year it's being built. I mean, it's crazy. Like, we ended 2020 so big that this is like this is the theme for the year show coming up, and you have so much going in. You have Genesis to kind of start you off, almost like an appetizer, you know, in a sense, to really start the whole thing off. Then you have Access Week, you know, Wrestling Week on Access, a full week of just Impact, you know, and then ending it with the pay-per-view. It's crazy. It's wild. So you're really setting the tone for 2021 in the next week here. So definitely, guys, tune in, get it. I know Ingrid's even got a Fight TV link if you want to go to Ingrid's Twitter account. So Ingrid, if you want to put your Twitter link in the chat, people can go and do the pre-order right now. Get it on Fight. Traditional pay-per-view. It's on, man. Get it on there. But what's that? We can say,
I'm just backing you up on there.
You said, are you still rattled, Jaybone? You still seem a little rattled.
I might have pissed myself 3 times.
And that was just for the llama.
Guys, let's try and make this a success because, you know, the more it goes, the more it might become more popular and we can do more.
If any, look, here's the deal. If anybody pre-orders it while we're live now, I will guarantee piss myself at least one more time. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
Bill, tell us you've done. Let's wrap up on the celebration. Tell us you've done celebration before.
Yeah, I've done it. I think like Truck. I don't know if he's in here tonight. He's done it before, but it's 2 hours. It'll be 11 Eastern, the day of the show, and it'll be like hosted by Josh Matthews. A lot of people will be coming in and out of the Zoom call, and you're going to get some details that you don't even get from the dirt sheets, like what's going on that day. Like that's where like we saw a lot from Deanna. Like she was very emotional when she was talking to Madison Rain during that. But like you get some little nuggets there you really don't get. So definitely worth it. And you also, just like last time with it, because I believe it's $110, and it comes with a $25 gift certificate to shopimpact.com. So like take that right off the top, use it for something like those great deals right now, like that 5 for $20 deal. That's crazy right now on Shop Impact. But you get that. You get you played a part in this, Trent. A small part. Ingrid played a bigger part. But you get 2 of the swatches from the Bound for Glory canvas signed by some random superstars. So you get 2 pieces of canvas. And you also get...
Well, while you're looking the last thing up there...
a social media profile picture frame.
That's awesome.
Impact. So that's pretty cool. You'll be able to stick out.
You get $25 to Shop Impact. Think about it. The whole thing actually technically costs you $85. It's really not that much for what you're getting. And you get the gift certificate. So it's a hell of a deal, guys. I think it's something, if you are a fan, especially during 2020 where we can't even get to shows and meet and greets. So this is the closest thing you can get, and it's pretty interactive, right, Bill?
Definitely. Yeah, very interactive. They make sure like there's a good chance. If you want to, like, if you're not someone that wants to like kind of be on the screen and ask the question, obviously you don't have to. You can take it all in and still be worth it. But if you want to interact, you'll get on. You'll get on with at least one of the stars. So definitely do it. Highly recommended. Closest thing, because obviously I've done pretty much all the platinums previously, VIPs at live events. The closest thing you can get to it. So definitely do it.
Yeah, definitely. We know, Bill, you've been front row for everything, platinum, everything, and we even have visual proof of that. We can play here to remind everybody if we wanted to, but we all know you've been up there up front. Oh, we're right. Oh, we can show everybody again. Yeah,
I'll tell you, it's interesting.
Yes.
That was taken at the last Impact shows I was at live.
The last live events, right?
It was Atlanta. That was Atlanta. Yeah, and back in March.
How about that? The honor. But hey, listen, hopefully this is the year we can all come back to. So, but in the meantime, guys, definitely get that. As you guys know, the Impact special, the Impact Plus special are one thing, but the pay-per-views are just another level of special. They, there's the big four for the year now. It's Hard to Kill, Rebellion, Slammiversary, Bound for Glory. We have those big pinnacle 4-1, and it's a party. It's a Saturday night. Enjoy it. Get the orders in now. And like I said, Sammy hyped it up. This is a steal. This is gonna be a show stealing match with him and Eddie for one thing, but the whole card is stacked. So definitely, guys, don't hesitate. It's a real, and we're gonna be doing our review. Or TNI is gonna be on it. The full review. We'll do the Jaybone. You're doing a preview as well, correct? You and Mark doing a match review.
We're gonna be doing it during the day on Thursday before we come back with the TNI Throwback Thursday. It's been a while. We're a little rusty on the old throwbacks, but so Thursday's gonna be loaded. Genesis preview earlier today, later at night. Throwback Thursday comes back,
and then the following week the Hard to Kill preview as well. We'll do that. Then the post show review. So we got a lot going on too. We're gonna be right alongside Impact doing it, guys. So definitely get the orders in now. Thank you again to Sami Callihan for being on. That was awesome. So we have a review to do. Let's do that. I'm still rattled, guys. I'm still a little shaken up. I mean, Sami really rattled me tonight. I don't know if I can go on. J-Mo, you might have to anchor this whole thing tonight.
Oh, no chance in hell after that. That was a worse roasting than our favorite manager in Impact Wrestling.
That's probably, I gotta say, I want to hear his opinion on this. I think Alicia's enjoying the fact that for once I got roasted. Now, like Bravo got her bad.
Yeah, Bravo is equally tough on everybody.
I got roasted today. Today I was roasted like a marshmallow today, man. That was it. But no, listen. It was awesome. It was probably worse than Bravo, I gotta say. But let's get into the review, guys. But I want to know from the listeners, everybody in the live chat, who was a better roaster? Was it Sami or Bravo?
Or Ingrid?
Or Ingrid. Ingrid got me pretty good, I guess. Well, let's jump into it, guys. Let's kick off the show. It was the first Impact on AXS TV in 2021. The January.
I'm just gonna put this up from Truck.
Go ahead.
You put that out for Villette, but there's the link to
the registration
celebration.
Link. Perfect. Get on. It's on Impact. ImpactWrestling.com. If you get it on there, you guys can. The link will be there too as well. If you can't link off of this right here, just go to that. The celebration is all the details are there too. Price. You can do the direct registration on the website. So go ahead and get in there. We kicked it off, guys. January 5th edition of Impact on AXS TV. We kicked it off with some newcomers today. First off, we had a return of Ace Austin and Fulton, which is awesome.
Good to see.
Great to hear the music. Happy to see him back. There's an autograph. Where'd you get this autograph?
AAW. On that.
Yes. Oh, it was the AAW. Okay. Very nice.
AAW. Yes, this was their own merch.
Nice. We kicked off. Ace Austin came out with Fulton, and they took on Crazy Steve and two newcomers here. Bill, you have seen these guys.
I saw them this past weekend.
Casey Navarro and Blake Christian. Now, give me your thoughts on these two guys. Like, we don't, I've seen Blake. I've never seen Casey. Thoughts on him before? You saw him this past weekend.
Seen Casey.
Yeah, Casey has done some Impact specials before.
Okay.
Back in Hazleton, he did. He may have done 2 to 3 shows. I had to see exactly. But I like both of the guys. Blake Christian, obviously, he's gotten a lot of buzz in the last year.
Yeah.
Very athletic, and that's kind of one of his things he's really using now. He's an athlete, but he can do, like, if you want to talk the acrobatic, flippy style, he's about as good as they come. Like, he can do crazy things. He can jump off walls. He's like Spider-Man. It's crazy. But very skilled guy. World of potential. I think just like we've seen some of those other guys come in, like the Ben Carters and stuff, that's a guy that maybe if he were to come on board full time, X Division, but that's a guy that could grow, like Ace Austin did, like some other guys did.
These guys look good today too.
There, and KC, I've seen him, like, he's been pretty much based in the Northeast, so I've seen him a lot. He's another one, very good. Like I was telling Jaybone the other day, I was at a show at Synergy because I saw Blake. He's a big Game Changer guy. He's been on almost all the Game Changer shows. KC's on a number of promotions, but Synergy was the last time I saw him. And very much, I don't know if it was from working with Impact at the tapings, but he was really talkative during the match, both with his opponent and the crowd.
You were telling us that, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that he just did a great job of really, like, he was selling this show. He was selling Tuesday night. It's like, oh, I'm not showing you that for free. You watch it Tuesday. And I'm like, oh, I'll watch it. And then obviously it'll be there for Genesis. So I think just like with the Knockouts tag division, the X division, getting new people in there, new involvement is a strong way to go going forward. Especially now with how at the indie level, that's where the talent is. You're not going to find that next heavyweight champion per se on the indies right now, but you're going to find great X division talent and great knockouts.
Yeah. Alicia, saw you were saying something too.
Oh no, I was just gonna say these two dudes really deserve the opportunity they're being given.
We always say
been doing this for a while.
We always say it too. Like there's some veterans floating around, like indie veterans. Like I shouldn't say veterans, but like guys who are seasoned enough on the independents that it's their time to start leveling up. And we always, some people panic. Oh, the Rascals are gone. Well, it's like, yeah, but we just had 3 debuts today.
Yeah.
3 new guys showed up on today. So there's always a rotation of, you always have to change the guard a bit. And I think that, like Bill's saying, there's guys out there now, like these 3 who showed up tonight, who have a lot of potential and could be that next generation of X division and potentially later on heavyweight division. But it's awesome just to see that flow coming in and new faces constantly coming in. So I'm always excited to see who Impact brings in. And it's a lot of fun to just, because you never know who's going to show up. Like we do the throwbacks on Thursdays, and one of the big things that we always point out is like you never know who's going to show up. It's just like a free for all. Like who's going to be the new talent this week? Kind of feels like that now. It's organically fun to just kind of see who shows up, and I like that a lot. But this match was awesome, man. It was great to see these guys back. I think Crazy Steve wrestled a very different style tonight, and I liked it. Alicia, you're a big Crazy Steve fan. Did you notice that though? Like he was really different today.
He had to keep up with those boys.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. But, I feel like they don't show it very often, but Steve is very versatile. He's able to fill any position they need him for, whether it be X Division, tag team, and if they ever be, fingers crossed, the main belts.
And this is, it's interesting. Like you made a really good point. We don't really get to see him showcase that styles too much. But like when he's in with guys like this, like you really saw it come out. I was like, damn, you really never associate Steve with that kind of wrestling style. So super talented. He did win this match too, though, which was a huge win for Steve. Good momentum going into Genesis on this one. But I was very impressed with Casey and Blake. They look, for being young guys, getting their first like national like syndicated TV exposure right now. I think they've never done TV, right? This was their first kind of worldwide TV, right? So this was awesome for them to.
One's been on the AEW, right?
Oh, that's right. Blake was on AEW, I believe.
Yeah.
But was he on the main show or their dark show? I'm not sure. But either way.
Jaybone, do you know?
Jaybone might know this.
What's that? I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
He's still thinking about Sami Callihan.
He's still like shaking. He's like, man, Sami hates us. Sami hates us. What we're gonna do.
Blake was on AEW, right?
If he was, I don't remember it. Like there's a lot of indie guys that come.
I think it was KC that was on there.
It was on Dark.
Yeah, I think KC was on Dark. Yeah,
Bullet's telling us here. Impact and Eagles. They're both confirming. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I don't watch a lot of Dark. I watch. What's nice about Dark, though, if you don't want to watch a 3-hour Dark, which is getting pretty long lately, it's ridiculous, but it's good wrestling nonetheless. But it's a lot of unknowns. What's nice is they put out all the matches individually over the next few days. So if you're like, oh, I want to watch this guy, you don't have to sift through a 3-hour show. Just wait till the match comes out. Yeah.
No, it was, but either way, these guys look good. It was nice to see some, and I hope they come back. My thing is, I want to see this as a regular thing because they both showed some confidence today. And sometimes you see it. You just see some guys who just right off the bat, they're in, and you could see that potential in them. And these two had it for me, man. I'm all in on this. We went right to Sami. I'm scared to say his name. I feel like I said it too many times. He's going to show up. He's going to show up and pop back in with a false like a jump scare. But we go to Sami at the control center.
You never know.
I know. You never know. I do like his control center. That's a cool little setup he's got there.
Oh, he's got a nice setup.
When
you're in ICU, you better have a nice setup.
That's true. That's very true. We're at his control center. He talks about what's going to happen tonight with Eddie Edwards. And just basically saying Eddie's the hero that he's going to take down. So he's not doesn't really stand a chance tonight. So it really cool. I love the look. I love that. I want more of that control center setup. And I was really hoping, I'm going to yell. I could say it's now that he's gone. I'm going to talk some shit now that he's gone. Nobody shows to him, by the way.
Clear as day.
Yeah. Nobody shows to him. But by the way, Sammy, you coming on this show, it's the most listened to Impact Wrestling podcast in the world. You could have come in from the control center. You were on your couch all comfortable. I wanted you on the control center. Please, nobody show that to him. Do me a favor. If he sees that, he's going to be very mad at me. But yeah, you can at least put a little effort from the control center. Instead of your comfortable couch. I'm a dead man. I am absolutely a dead man.
Dope visual, so I second that.
Yeah, it was really cool, and I'm kind of assuming that's like his setup. Jaybone, you've been thinking about doing a new setup. You should go with the control center look in your office there.
Yeah, maybe a green screen Rooney or something. Yeah.
Something like that'd be cool. So it'd be nice. It looked cool. I love that look, and I want more of the control center stuff from Sammy.
It would be much more professional.
We can't do this anymore. We cannot do it anymore. It's just we got crucified. We can't do it anymore.
You know what? We didn't do this while he was on, and I felt there was like really a missed opportunity. So I'm gonna do this now and just get it out of the way.
I love how we're doing all this. We're shocking all this shit now that he's gone. Go ahead, Jaybone.
Here comes the bride.
Oh my god.
All dressed in white.
Oh my gosh.
If he's available for a wedding singer, I'll hire him.
We should have asked him about that. He did like Alicia. He probably would have said yes to that.
I'm nice.
That would probably become the most amazing wrestling related wedding ever. You get Father James Mitchell to lead the service.
Yes.
The nuptials, and then you get who could possibly be the future lead singer of Hemi, Sami Callihan, to be the wedding singer. I mean, I don't know what else you add to that. It's already tops in my book.
I'll keep an eye out on eBay to see what other wedding dress goes.
There's been a number of them over the years.
Because I feel like ODB's was a missed opportunity.
Yeah, Bill, we're
camouflage.
Yeah, where did that one end up? Where's the ODB dress at? I need that one.
I don't know. According to the museum, they said even though
also known as Bill's merch table.
yeah, even though it ended and I was the bid on there, they said someone did a buy it now and they just never updated the site.
Son of a bitch. We'll get one day, Alicia. We'll get you a wedding dress out of somehow.
Some way.
We're gonna find you a wedding dress that was worn on Impact TV.
Well, Mr. Peeps here. Maybe you could just wear Joe Doering's jacket as a dress.
Oh, that's a pimp coat, man.
How tall is he?
He's got to be what, 6'9"?
Oh, dude, I'm like up to his knees.
Gigantic. You guys ever see the photo of Rohit wearing it like backstage and it like engulfed him? It's a great photo.
His cousin It picture.
It's hilarious.
It's like an Ewok exploded.
It really is. Like it just fully engulfed him. It was nuts. We're gonna talk about Joe Doering in a second. He's a giant man. But we get another Tony and Tony advertisement this week. They're all decked out, New Year's Eve, glasses, hats. They go through the whole AEW card for tomorrow. I guess it's a 2-parter New Year's Smash card that they're doing.
Did someone say Smash?
You get your plugs in at the end, Jaybone. Okay, hold it till the end. But Tony Khan was a lot more. That's what I'm looking for here, Bill. What's what I'm looking for on this one? He was a lot more
punchable.
What is he?
Punchable?
Yeah, a little more punchable this week, I guess. He was definitely a little more snippy and a little more smartassy this week. But he was basically saying, at one point he said, "My grandma sent me $100 in a Christmas card. Maybe I'll buy some more advertising next week." But he definitely let you know.
I thought that was the payroll of the Jaguars. Worst team in the NFL.
Holy shit! Is that shots fired already tonight?
That's a fact. That's not shots fired. You don't deal with facts here.
Oh man, I mean, Bill, take it. I'm going to give you not the machine gun. You'll take the one shot. How about you get the one shot for that one tonight? Jaybone, did you take that gunshot out? You took it out here, didn't you? You got rid of it.
I have not adjusted anything in the snippets.
Adjusted your TV set.
I will give him this. It's a shot. It's a shot. One first shot fired today, but
There we go.
it was it was an interesting little thing. But they said they were hyping up AEW 2-part thing. It almost felt like you might get a little something tomorrow on AEWT. It's almost like they were teasing something's going to happen tomorrow. Like he's basically saying, I'm pitying you guys here by showing up here, doing you a favor, this and that. So a lot of little shit talk. There was more shit talking on this one than there was previous ones, I got to say. It's funny because Shivani did less. Usually Shivani's the one taking the shots, and Khan was doing a lot more of it. So we're building something here, guys. We're getting to something. It's a matter of when, but stay tuned. Both shows, you never know what's going to happen is what we're basically seeing here. So if you haven't seen that little commercial, it's on Impact's Twitter as well.
I tell you what I'm excited for.
Yeah.
Tomorrow on Dynamite. It's Snoop Dogg, man, for shizzle my nizzle. I mean,
I never want, Jaybone saying for shizzle my nizzle made me more uncomfortable than the entire Sami Callihan interview.
2000s, Colin, early 2000s.
My God, Jaybone, are you on some?
Okay, boomer.
Okay, boomer. And somebody come get their uncle.
I was gonna ask him if he's on some.
I want my pizzles back.
On some pizzles, or maybe it's
Cocktail hour, brother.
could be one or the other. But we
Whose uncle is this? If the 80s don't come back and get their uncle for real.
Smell like sour juice.
hey, that's Mr. Nate Webb to you guys.
I love it. I never even I never.
You're a
thought
teenage
about it.
dirtbag.
But he really does have the Nate Webb look going on. Bill, I mean, he's on GCW. He's on GCW all the time.
I never saw it. I think it's because of the glasses, but it's there. Take the glasses off, and he's Spider Nate.
Jim, take the glasses off for a second. Spider Nate Webb on the show, guys. Look at
No,
that.
seriously, he looks like him.
It's insane. Can we get a share screen of Rooney of Spider Nate Webb and side by side Jim? Can one of you guys listeners do that for us, please? But speaking of which, we go right to the bus.
Can I put my glasses back on? I can't see.
Yeah, put them back. Come on, would you play along here, please? We go to the Good Brothers hanging out. Omega, Callis, they're all talking about their belts. I mean, there's a weird camera angle where Doc is like, "Let me touch it. Let me put my hands on it." You're like, "What the hell?" And they zoom out. It's the belt. They're talking about how Callis is like, "I'm the one without a belt. Maybe I should get a belt made," And they bring him his old photo of a belt, him in the Golden Sheik. Really cool stuff. I mean, this was actually very entertaining because they were just really being like those bullies, right? Like the bullies who have won every game, and they're kind of just like reveling in their success that the other guys, the little guys, can't get one up on us. So it was fun. It was a cool little. Basically, it's fueling more of that fire, which I liked. It really set more of that tone again, leading me to believe we might get some retaliation. We had some later on this show, but maybe one of these next 2 weeks on Dynamite. You never know. And Bill, you're going to be there live.
I will be there live.
Bill will be there. So if something goes down, Bill's on the scene. He's going to jump right in there and handle some business. But
as we see later, if the boys need trouble, they can look.
It's like, yeah, guys, I'm here. Just letting you know, right here. Just tag me in if you need me. But we go to.
I'll take care of Shivani and Khan.
Just take care of Shivani. Right? Get a humble Shivani. Snap his neck, break him humble, like Iron Sheik style, But we get a little tag match here. Cousin Jake and Rhino going against Eric Young and Joe Doering. But before the match, Jake got on the mic and cut a little promo, which I loved because it's finally a little taste of Jake solo. Jake's like the something character we all know. But it was cool just to hear. And I know Jake's spoken, but like can't remember Jake ever cutting an in-ring promo before. I mean, am I wrong? Am I missing something?
Agree.
Like it was, yeah, Bill. Can you remember him ever cutting one?
Not in his character. I'm trying to think if maybe for the IPWF, if he did a little bit there. but really not much. Obviously, did some stuff with Wrestle House and stuff, but not in ring, cutting a promo. So it was different. As soon as he started talking, it's like I was the Jaybone during the watch along. Hey, he's got the mic.
It was shocking. Actually, it's funny because we're kind of like, shit, I didn't know that. We didn't really expect him to cut a promo, but he begs, Cody to leave Eric Young's group. He's like, come on, man, you're for family, leave that group. Eric Young's music hits, and they all come out, Doering and Eric Young, and then who walks in behind him is Cody Deaner with a shaved head. Oh my God, he's got the Heisenberg thing on. What is that?
Everybody's talking about Heisenberg in the chat, so I switched it up and put on my Heisenberg hat.
I love that you had it on the ready too. But Cody Deaner coming out with a shaved head, and like that's huge.
Culty.
A little culty. He looked a little bit like Adam Thornstowe to me for a second. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it didn't register at first, and I'm like, holy shit, that's Cody Deaner. I do like that it's a fresh look, man. I mean, it's really is like the first time we have not seen him in like the redneck look since his first run, 10 years ago.
Somebody took Cody's shop and he looked badass. I thought he looked like cool. Bobby Roode too.
He looked cool, man. Like I said, first quick glance, I'm like, is that Thorne? No way, it's Cody Deaner. Nuts, but he looked cool, man. And this whole thing, his style, his facials, like this was a new guy altogether. And one thing, if you guys missed it over the holidays, there was a lot of those tweets going out. He was putting a lot of stuff out about changes coming, and it's inevitable. Things are going to happen. You have to shift. You have to change your mentality. Your mind has to alter. I'm on the right path. He was basically letting you know something's going to happen. I just didn't think that we all saw it happening today. But I love that there's so many layers to all this. And Jaybone, you were talking about this with me last week too. That you're like, something big's going to happen with this Cody Deaner thing. I just didn't think it was going to be this.
It's I didn't think it was going to be this drastic. It's a complete 180, and I tell you what, there was a focus and an intensity in Cody's eyes in this episode that I haven't seen since he was sitting outside his trailer, waiting for people to show up with his beer. I mean, it's crazy.
It was pretty intense, man. It was.
He is absolutely sucking down some different kind of lager now. It's
quality, but only craft beer from now on. But no, Bill, you got any thoughts on this one?
I think it's just we now know we didn't know it from Cody really because we've seen him as this character for so long that he could do this.
I can turn it on anytime, Pat. Come on, no problem.
I love the other queued up and ready to go. But Alicia, like, you think there's? I mean, I want to talk more about Jake for a second. Do we get okay? So he's in a team with Rhino. They get the whole thing that happens. Then Dreamer comes out because there's a bit of a beatdown, a little interference going on. So we get that kind of squash. It was a little bit of a schmoz at the end with everybody running in and everything. But do we break Jake out from this? Can we break Jake out from this? And
just let the story play out, and I believe we will.
I want to see it. I really do want to see it. But good.
Because think of it this way. Like, look how quick they broke Cody out. I mean, granted, he got put into another kind of faction ordeal, but he still stands out. You know what I mean? I think they can do it for Jake.
That's actually it's a good point because they shifted Cody pretty fast.
Yeah.
And it's almost like, man, you like for a moment, I kind of forgot that he was the redneck Cody. I was like, holy shit, like this is it. Because he was so good at the last few weeks of building this online.
Yeah, dude.
And I
believed it was a whole new character.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was trying to say. Yes, absolutely right. I loved it though. I mean, Deaner and Joe did win the match after Cody DDT'd Jake. I did like Jake and kind of playing it up in between, trying to plead with him sometimes, trying to like get back in his head. But a little post-match beatdown. Dreamer does make the save on this one, and they challenge him to a 6-man tag. Old school rules that hard to kill. Dreamer, Rhino, and Jake taking on. Didn't give him the name yet. We've been calling this group Us.
Us,
but which I really hope they do go. I like Us by Eric Young, Joe Doering, and Cody. This was Doering. They kept hyping this as Doering's in-ring debut, but as we know, he did wrestle like 2-3 matches for Impact, right? Back in the day. Which
this version of Jeff.
This version.
Yeah. He looked a lot like Stan Hansen to me. For any old school fans out there, he was definitely had that old school, just maul you, like just shit kicker look to him, man.
Bill, who did we mention during the watch along? You mentioned
I mentioned Barry Wyndham.
Wyndham, thank you. Yeah, absolutely. I loved Barry Wyndham back in the day when I was a wee little nerd.
A wee little bone?
Wee little bone.
No, he had that like that old Texas style, even though he's not, he's a Midwestern, but like that old tech, like he had the boots on and everything, but he just like he had that Stan Hansen, Barry Wyndham, Dusty Rhodes type of look to him.
There's something in the cheese around here, I'm telling you.
There's something in the cheese. It makes you grow tall this way or wide this way. One or the other it happens, but Jaybone's attesting to it right there. But I like seeing Joe finally wrestle. I do want to see him talk. I want to hear him say something too, because I think it'll only add to the character a little bit. But maybe that's kind of on purpose by design.
I find it more intimidating without.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's true. That could be it too. You know, because you're right. Because now I'm sitting here going like, man, I wonder what he's got to say. What does it sound like? It's kind of interesting because it's still mysterious in a way too. So,
and then I want to say one last thing about Cody. You know, I think a lot of people. This is guessing. You know, but maybe it's just me. With what we've seen over the course of the last year or two that he's been in there with Jake and the Deaners, and it's been mostly a comedy act. I mean, we've seen some good matches, but I don't know how serious we've really taken the Deaners. You know, have people taken the Deaners seriously as far as being a threat in this company that can get stuff done? I think it's going to be really interesting to see what story gets played out now for Cousin Jake, you know, or does that change like we've talked about? But Cody on this other path, this might be the first time that a lot of fans look at Cody and maybe take him serious for the first time. I tell you what, I know he's a good wrestler, but this is the first time I look at Cody and I'm like, oh my God, what is coming next for this guy? I'm a little, you know, freaked out by this new look. It's really something. It's gonna be
could have an Eric Youngassance.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's true because it's kind of like it's like we said earlier, it's the first time we've seen him outside of that character, and now it's like I'm wondering where does it go? You know, what's next for? What's next for Jake? Like they've done a great job. It's funny because they were always a comedy tag team for a long time, which everybody was like, man, it's so weird to see Jake that way and everything, right? But within just a matter of weeks, you shifted them into two different characters altogether. Even Jake looked different. Like Jake's style was different. He showed differently today. So I was like, man, this is a whole new world. And again, in just a few weeks. And that's the magic of how Impact does this. I think they don't get nearly enough credit for that character development that they do is fantastic. And this is proof of it. So it looked cool. It's very intriguing. I am very much looking forward to where it goes. And I don't want it rushed either. I mean, give it the time. Let this marinate for a while. I don't want it to end even after Hard to Kill. I want Jake and Cody to go on and do something, you know? So we'll see. We'll see where it all ends up. But that match is set for Hard to Kill, guys. 3-on-3 old school rules match, which I think somebody in the chat asked, what's the difference between an old school rules match and a no rules hardcore match? I guess I don't know.
It's trademarked by Tommy Dreamer.
That's what it is. Tommy Dreamer's signature match. Gia Miller speaks to Matthew Palmer backstage about his match with Moose later. He wants the world to know who he is and what he stands for. So he just kind of lets a little introduction to him, which is nice. What's that, Jay?
I'm laughing at Bill. Bill's with the thumbs down. I got a feeling, and I felt this during the watch along too. I don't think Bill's a fan of Mr. 3 Minute Matthew Palmer.
What's going on, Bill? What's going on? You got beef with Matthew Palmer? Let's talk about it. Let's air it out here on the show.
Well, we've gone over before, like with the security guys. This wasn't hair guy.
Oh.
Ingrid confirmed it wasn't. If it was
not
hair
hair
guy, I'd have no patience with this guy. But once again, you're a security guy. That's what you are, man. You're a security guy. No free rides. You paid your dues somewhere. You didn't pay him an Impact yet. You're a security guy. Watch the catering table. Make sure Heath doesn't sneak in the back. And shut your mouth.
Look at this.
Get the boss some coffee.
This is the whole other, and I was watching you guys in the watch along. I mean, Bill was on fire tonight. He was chopping Matthew Palmer down. He was chopping the repeat match on Twitch. It's like, what the hell is this? Youth time. Oh, it was unbelievable. Bill, you're on fire today. What's going on? What happened to you in 2020?
Well, Matt Palmer, like, what was it? What was it? The Robert Palmer, like, he was a good singer. I like him. Sadly, he passed away. But this Matt Palmer, I don't need it. I don't need this guy on my TV.
Look at this.
I need a moose to put him away, make him what he really is in life. I don't even know if he's a 2-minute man, maybe a minute and a half man, but he should have gone. I want nothing with Matt Palmer.
Unbelievable. What
Take it
happened?
away from our man Moose, who we think the star Moose, the world champion to be.
Are you might be
Tied up with a guy from catering?
Well, Jesus Christ, Bill, what's going on with you today? Well, he might be
You got to remember, Bill is the guy that
he's wearing a moose guy.
He backs Moose.
He's a moose. He's the moose guy. I get it.
Guy, so yeah.
I understand. I want to know if now last time I badmouthed a rookie or security guy, I got torched in the comments.
He made sure to tell us he's not a rookie. I've been doing it for 14 years.
Yeah, that too. Well, I want to know, is Ingrid and Daniel Spencer growing Bill as bad in the comments like she was to me last time I said something about.
Well, luckily, sadly, but luckily, Ingrid said she was signing off for tonight. So
I knew you get the pass. You get the pass tonight. You know, when I do this kind of shit, I get crucified. I get killed. Daniel Spencer also got me that day. So if he's in here, I want reparation here on Bill. But I've never. But that said, 14 years. I never heard of the guy. Have you? Is he an East Coast guy?
Sounds like the wrestling world. You haven't heard of the guy.
Oh man, Bill, take it easy, man. This guy could be the future world champion someday. I mean, one day we might be wanting him to come on this show, and he might be like, "Oh, did he be in that show with that guy who fucking cut me down?" Fuck you guys, man.
Hey, I'm putting him over.
I could play it off. He's
getting more talk than he ever got in his career in 14 years.
It's all a work, brother. But well, hey, listen, we do have the match to talk about. It's going to come up in a second. But Matthew Palmer, we go to Johnny Swinger welcoming AC Romero to his office. AC wants to get Larry Diaz.
A detective AC Romero.
He was
wearing the hat. Get it right.
And he shaved. He got a clean shave going on. Real gumshoe look going on here with AC Romero. He's definitely taking this very seriously. He needs to get Larry out of jail. I love that Wrestle House doesn't end. The Wrestle House saga.
You guys swing?
Doesn't end at all. No, I like it. I feel like there's gonna be no break. Season 1 is gonna just lead right into season 2. Truck is saying AC was adorable in that hat. Just so lovable. AC Romero, by the way, the weight loss journey, amazing. He's been very documenting this online. He's doing fantastic. He's lost over 150 pounds. He's looking better and better every week. Larry, too. Both Triple XL will be down to XL by Slammiversary, it seems like. So always encouraging that. Definitely check out he's been documenting his journey, guys, on his Twitter. Give him a follow on there and take a look. He's been very, very public about what he's been doing and stuff. So and it showed today. He definitely looked it on today's show. I was like, holy fuck, he really is getting there, man. I was really impressed with that. So good for him. We'll see what happens. I think Wrestle House season 1, it will lead right into 2. You'll figure out the murderer, and then that's it. Or they'll get Larry out of jail. They'll get the rightful murderer, and that'll be whatever. It'll just be something's gonna happen and it's gonna blend right in. So it'll just never end.
This is killing me.
I know. I don't know where it ends, but whatever. We go from that to this was a awesome face-off here. Deanna comes out with Kimber. Both looked amazing. This looked like stars. I'm still with Alicia on this. I think Kimber will be the one to rise this year. This is her year. She comes out. She wants to know what Taya Valkyrie's going to do if she retains her championship at Hard to Kill. and she tells Ty that you're living in a world of delusion. Valkyrie then comes down to the ring with Rosemary, but I like this though. Deanna took some shots at Taya. This was pretty good, Bill. I saw you react to this pretty well on the watch along. Talk about this.
Yeah, she was getting personal, man.
She did,
yeah, which was kind of surprising. I don't think we were expecting that. And she brought up the husband, so that's interesting.
That was
obviously
interesting.
A history there. I wasn't expecting it to come up, but it definitely. Dion is getting into some places now that we haven't seen her get with her previous feuds. So I think we're seeing an evolution there. And this is, I want to see, I hope this isn't just a one-off, this match. I like to see this be a extended feud with these two.
For reals.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. The vocal chemistry is already there.
Oh yeah, two of the best talkers. Like I said the other day during the Sunday show, that I think Taya definitely the best on the mic, knockout. Maybe though she rivals the company for best on the mic. And Deanna has been like, from seeing her on the indies to see like how good she's been on the mics her whole time here is just amazing. It's just like they just said, show up, here's a mic and go crazy, and that's what she's done.
Yeah. But the shots were interesting. She talks about the husband. She's like, you have a manager who has nothing, wants nothing to do with you.
Yes, Johnny's brother.
And she's like, it's only a matter of time before Rosemary turns on you. And Rosemary like snaps at her. But I feel like there's seeds planted all over this thing, man. There's like a ton of shit just everywhere. It's like they're teasing you with, hey, like it's been out there talking about her potentially leaving. It's almost like, oh yeah, you miss your husband, go, I'm going to beat you. You can go join him. Or if you stay, Rosemary will turn on you. Like you have no chance. You're screwed. I'm running you out of here either way. Which I was like, man, that's a strong position to be putting like Deanna in to kind of dictate the Taya storyline in a sense, right? Like she's basically the one leading her by the hand on it. Like, I'm going to take you whatever direction. I thought that, and it was cool because Taya, you see Taya getting like visibly agitated with her. They played it up brilliantly, man. These women are fantastic at what they do. So it's on. I mean, the match is on for Hard to Kill, and that's going to be interesting. That's going to be a good one. Uncle Mark was texting me like, he's like, I can't believe people are downplaying Taya on this. They don't think she has a chance. I'm like, I don't know, man. It could go either way. It really could go either way. So that was a good one.
I'll tell you what's interesting about this though, and the promo on both sides from Deanna Purrazzo and Taya was great, but I'm noticing something about Rosemary.
Yeah.
Did you notice what she looked like? She, over the last several months, she's been, she's been kind of like, playing up the Bravo. She's been kind of like spooky sexy. There is something happening to Rosemary now. Like ever since all the stuff happened, post-wedding, she has a different look to her. So her makeup is starting to like run around her mouth. She doesn't have her like makeup perfect. It's she's looking more like just spooky and creepy. And go ahead, Alicia.
As a lady, it might just be that's what happens when you don't get your extra virgin olive oil.
Yikes. There we go. There's the full insight right there. Why that's occurring.
You heard it.
Extra virgin olive oil.
I love Rosemary's face on that. He's just like,
and I think you see it more when we get to Tennille's segment with her, because that's when you see more of Rosemary. But I thought Jaybone was going to give his fashion report on Taya tonight.
Oh,
no fashion report, Jaybone. What do you got to say for yourself?
I was it was
Heisenberg.
It was getting a little warm in the office when Taya showed up. I'm just gonna say
that's not how you handle your business. Calm down. Don't do this.
Take it easy, Jim. I'm gonna have to cut your mic early on this one. Just relax for a second. You're embarrassing us.
Well, remember, he's a sucker for the blue, the royal blue.
Yeah, she was wearing Jaybone's favorite color, and it's when the blue shows up, then all bets are off. I just completely lose control.
Jaybone, take it easy, will you? I mean, you're really getting out there, Jaybone. You're just.
I've been called worse. That's a first, though. I've never been called ratchet. Thank you.
My God. But anyway, listen. So, Jim, you threw me off. You're talking about the dress now. Like, come on, you're fine. But she was wearing the blue dress. She looked great. Taya always has like the most awesome gear too. Though I gotta say, her clothes, her gear is always on fire. Though I'm actually excited, looking forward to what she puts on for Hard to Kill, because she's done the Cruella de Vil thing in the past. Got the Two-Face Poison Ivy, like they did all that. The what?
Captain Hook.
She's done some awesome shit. I can only imagine what's on the.
But there's no Bravo, so it's gonna be really even more interesting to see how she shows up. She's with Rosemary. Rosemary may come out with her, but this is kind of a turning of the page for Taya now. She's trying to get back in that. She is in the title picture. Yep. But this is different. This is different. This is not Wrestle House Taya anymore.
This is a different Taya. That's why I'm excited to see where they go with it. Where anything can happen on this one. That's why it's mysterious enough. We go to Grow Heat and Chris Bay. Grow Heat's offering Chris Bay a peace treaty, and he said, "My goal is to get you to join me on my quest to strip Manic of his X Division Championship because there was shenanigans involved." They go looking for him. They find TJP. TJP could not be more uninterested in these two. By the way, Rohit and Chris Bay, fashion plates. Jaybone, you got to start dressing like these two. You got to ditch the hat, ditch the bandana. You got to start dressing like Rohit and Chris Bay. You see how they were dressed tonight? On fire.
I think they've been raiding Bravo's closet. They look pretty slick.
They look pretty fly. I think they even pointed it out. They were looking great, TJP, but they were basically dogging TJP on, how they know he's manic. We know it's you. And TJ's like, I know what you're talking about. I'll look for him too, and just kind of playing it off. He goes, if I see him, I'll tell you. But they're really like TJ's really playing up like it's not me. It's not me. My question now is do we see a thing where it's TJ and Manic teaming up at some point? Like, do they find a way to do this somehow? I don't know. Bill, you were there when Suicide and Manic teamed up.
Yes, I could see this. I do think that is a possibility. I don't think they just bring that up without it happening. So there will be something with Manic and TJP. It'll be interesting because the new Manic is much more revealing than the old Manic. So that's going to be a lot tougher to do.
The tattoos.
The tattoos are a dead giveaway.
Which they mentioned too. They're like, we see the tattoos. Like, what are we doing here?
So he's going to have his arms covered, the other Manic or other TJP. Or maybe they do something cinematic like they did with Sue and Susie.
That's what I was thinking. Like, if you can make this work where it's like, it's not him. Like, somehow it's like, wait, it's not him? Like, what the just that could be interesting. If you
can
pull,
I have a feeling they're going to go that way.
That's what I'm thinking too, because like they were
with Suicide, right?
They didn't do well. They teamed up Suicide and Manic before in Atlanta. But
wasn't there a storyline recently where it was Rohit versus someone, and he thought for sure it was TJP, and then TJP came to the top of the race.
It was Crazy
and
Steve.
then it was Crazy Steve under the mask.
Right. It's the tattoo. They made sure to point out though the tattoos. Like, the tattoos are the same. It's the tattoos. So how do you pull that off? Right? That could be interesting. I'd love to see them do this somehow.
Yeah, some guy's gonna have to go in their makeup for 8 hours. Just get the tattoos on the arm.
Get the temporary
faux sleeves.
Well, what kind of tattoos does AC Romero have? I mean, is that a?
Oh, wait a minute, we're right beyond to something here. I think we're on to something here.
Well,
Heisenberg.
he is Suicide, so
Heisenberg,
he's working double time to be Manic as well.
I like it. I like where this is going. Jaybone, sometimes once a year you have a good idea and you've peaked in January. Congratulations, you're done.
I'll be here all year. Try the pork.
Take a seat.
What's going on between you and my daughter?
Wait, where did that come from?
Kyle here?
Where's Kyle?
Good for you.
I mean, Kyle's coming in. I should have played this for Sammy, but he said it enough times.
Look at this dumbass.
Should have played that for him, but he basically said that several times already. So we have tons of fresh Sammy bits.
But do we need to play the sound bits of the people who are on the show? That's like wearing the band T-shirt to the concert of the band.
That's exactly what I did. And that's why he hated me from the moment we started today. That's exactly.
I was almost tempted to wear a Sammy shirt. I'm like, nah, bro. That's.
I'm like, he's gonna think it's cool that I'm wearing the shirt that like nobody wears. Like one of the rare shirts that he gets.
And I'm wearing the Hard to Kill shirt that he always wears on television.
He told us to go fuck ourselves either way, so it was great. It worked out just fine.
Ass kissers.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm gonna need some therapy after this one.
I have the runs.
Pretty much. Yeah.
I might have to go cry on Bravo's shoulder.
Think how bad this crucifixion was that we have to go cry on Bravo's shoulder for comfort. God damn, I'm not gonna forget that one. We go to so we get the thing with Rohit and TJ and Chris Bay. So we'll see where that ends up. That's definitely gonna be something. Just don't know what yet. So it's gonna be either way. I think they're on to something with this one. So we'll see. Tennille is with Caleb with a K, checking in with Rosemary. They're concerned she's gonna be all alone now that Ty is focusing on a singles run, and she wants her to know, hey, when one door closes, another one opens. Rosemary says no. This is what you were talking about her backstage here with Tennille. Let's elaborate. What was the look here now? You said there was a different bit of a look here going on. And Jaybone, you were saying this.
For who?
For Rosemary. What are you here? Where are you today? Where is Jaybone today?
I'm policing shit. I'm sorry.
Do we need you want to take a breather? You want to step out? Do you want to maybe take a lap? I don't know what to do.
He should be in jail.
Yes.
He should
I
be
agree.
in jail.
That son of a bitch.
It's a little extreme. First Sammy makes me pee myself. Now I gotta get sent to jail. And don't pass go. Do not collect $200. Go straight to jail.
Bro, Jaybone, listen to me. Man to man. Bro, you got the Brian Alvarez thing going on. What's going on over there with the headphones, bro? What's going on there with the thing? Jaybone, talk to me.
Sorry.
Thanks, Russo.
See Sammy taking
just for that.
It's got to go.
Sammy took
be all
shots at
Sammy.
Russo. I mean, he wants that intro recut with Sammy in it now. So I think we're gonna have to do it. I got to make.
You got to listen to the man.
But we'll see what happens. So, but you mentioned Rosemary. You mentioned Jaybone? Was it you or Bill? Somebody mentioned
It was Jaybone.
Yeah. You mentioned Jaybone. I'm coming to you. You told me to talk about this when we got this segment. Do not look confused right now. What? Unbelievable.
It's the new look Rosemary with the
thank you, Bill.
the bleeding makeup.
Yeah. Yes. So it's almost like she's letting you know I know they're leaving. I know somebody's leaving me. I might be on my own now.
Oh, see, I missed that segment. I didn't see that one on television. I heard that she had another segment with what? Tennille? I missed it. That was the only thing I missed.
It's great to know Jaybone is here at full attention. Not in that way. Relax, Jaybone. I'm talking full attention of the details of the show. Not this one. Not that, Jaybone. But anyway. Okay. Match. This was honestly, to me, match of the night coming up, the Knockouts Tag Team Tournament match. This was awesome. Jordan and Jazz against Havoc and Nevaeh. Killer Death Machines absolutely killed it, Alicia. This was one of my favorite matches of these two. In the finals. They're in the finals against Kiera and Tasha at Hard to Kill. But this match was excellent. Excellent match. I don't know about you guys. I felt like Havoc was just like completely like she was killing it today. This was like out to prove it today. Great. She did. She, to me, like just wasn't killing everybody, but such a strong match. I think this this set the tone for the final. Now I was like, I am more hyped for the women's tag team finals than I was prior to this, and I already was on a high. So this is going to be awesome. Alicia, did you? I mean, that finals is looking pretty fucking nice.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
I really think they should give these two the name now, though. They got her label. We got to go with the killer. Machines. Yeah, we got to go with it now. Like, why not? I think
a copyright thing too.
It could be.
They want to save it for the indies.
Yes, it could be. That could very well be. People in the chat are mentioning the power bomb that she gave Jordan. That was wicked.
Knocked the air out of my lungs.
Seriously, it was brutal.
I popped for that. I was, and we were split as the match started. Bill was picking Jazz and Jordan, and I picked, and my pick has been since day one. All this got announced was the Killer Death Machines, and I'm not gonna lie though, I was a little nervous watching this match because I know that Jazz is not to be messed with. But I went with the team that has chemistry together, that has worked together on the industry for I apologize, I don't know how many years, but I know it's a decent amount of years. I'm glad with the results. I would have been happy with either result because I'm loving this Knockouts tag division, but I was still happy that my picks won. And here we go, just one more match.
Lambs to slaughter.
I was favoring Kira and Tasha, but after this match, I'm with Killer Death Machines, man.
Kira and Tasha.
Kira and Tasha all the way.
Flavor the fire.
I don't know, man. This match was like they beat the fuck out of these two. Like,
I don't know. I'm going with Nevaeh, and
I think so too. As much as I want the
I love Kira and Tasha, but man, they put it to Jordan and Jazz.
They did.
Like it set the tone. It was almost like, hey, veteran teams have to take this title first, not you two. And I don't mind a feud going off of it, but at the finals, I don't know, man. I think these two set it up tonight, and it looked good. It looked real good. Tombstone by Havoc on Jazz, and she got the pin on this one. So big win for sure. That's going to be the final January 16th, guys. Hard to Kill. Don't forget about that. The crowning of the new champions. I would love, and Skull saying right here, Havoc deserves it big time. And we've seen a lot of Jess Havoc do everything. She's a former Knockouts champion, which does not get mentioned enough.
Yeah.
But she was Knockouts champion during the Destination America era, I believe.
Yep.
Right? So she had that belt, man. Like she's been here. Like she's done some stuff and on the indies. And I think I'm really looking forward to this one. This one's going to be an awesome one coming up. So keep an eye for that one, guys. It's been a hell of a tournament, though. I'm looking at the bracket, just where we were, where we ended up. It's a fun one. Do you guys think
good matches?
A lot of good matches? It just proved the women's division is awesome. Do you guys see maybe ODB or somebody presenting these belts to the winners? What do you guys think?
That'd be cool.
A lot of rumor for Taylor Wilde, huh, Bill?
There has been, and I know she actually put footage out there of her like in ring training. I think it was right before lockdown because she was going to make that appearance of Lockdown back in March. But her and sadly, although she could still be there to present, but I know she slipped on ice recently and broke her leg with Sarita because they were obviously tag champs together.
Oh,
she broke her leg. That sucks.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. But I would think it'd be kind of a cool little touch. Have one of the former Knockout Tag Team Champions maybe present the title. That leaves you, there's some options in there.
Honestly, you could have Madison Rayne do it.
Madison's in the family. That she could do it. I know she is on her way out from the commentary booth. She's going to a different job altogether. She did mention, so she might. I'm sure she might be there for this one and might wrap it up with Hard to Kill. Who knows? But that'd be a cool little touch if somebody wants to come back in for an appearance. Be nice.
Nice little passing of the torch for the Knockouts. Yeah.
Beautiful people, one night only.
Oh, man.
Oh, Wow.
Cue all the comments of Alicia hates the beautiful people in the chat.
Oh yeah, I hate them so much.
Here comes the chat. Just Alicia's beautiful. We go to backstage to Rich Swann and the Guns with Gia Miller, and I love how this was shot. Did you guys notice this? It looked different. It had this weird, not cinematic look to it, but the lights were different. It looked really cool. The camera was something about it was different. And everybody in the chat, I don't know if you guys caught this too, but it just had a different vibe to it, and I liked it. And it was Saban kicked it off, went to Swan, then Shelley closed it out. Just hyping the match. They're coming up at Hard to Kill.
This got us all going though, Trent. This was this was Team Impact time. Dude, we were ready. We were raising the flag. We were ready. It was like our Braveheart moment. We were ready to take over Jacksonville and then take it to the con. God!
Match time!
We need the con in here too now. The con! But they basically said, let's go pay him a visit. Like that.
Hey, Impact Wrestling. It's great to be here tonight.
Oh, they just want to punch that face.
Oh, wrong con. Oh.
Wrong con. We need something where Con's come up with something where it's Shatner saying con blending into this con or something, but we'll come up with something. But no, they say this is it. Let's go pay him a visit. Let's do this. Like fuck the bullshit. Let's make this happen. So we'll see. They're about to go down the road and go get them. So they bust out and they go through the exit doors. They basically shove that security guard, that son of a bitch you wouldn't let Rich Swann through before. Tell him get the hell out of the way. And he's like, I don't know what to do. It does the old like sitcom. It's like throws the papers in the air like it's out of my hands.
Who's that security guard stopping?
Yeah, who's that in the stop? Who's he to stop him? They bust out. They start knocking on the tour bus door, and nobody comes out. But then they get attacked from behind. Your brothers and Omega outside, take them out, put the boots to them, and they close it with these baby faces are easy to kill. And I was like, oh shit, okay, all right. So more shots fired, more shots, more ammo. Bill, you might see something go down tomorrow, man. You might
maybe.
You might
be representing Richie Swann down there.
You have a Rich Swann t-shirt on tomorrow? Is that the idea?
I'll have the bright pink shirt on, so you'll see.
Are you front row tomorrow?
No. They know what would happen if they put me in the front row. First of all, I take Billy Gunn's kid and boom, smack him down.
Bill's fired up tonight. Jaybone, what happened during that watch? He's really fired up tonight. It's like something like he's threatened 4 people. Like he didn't back me up on Sami at all. Mel, something got into Bill.
I was the only one talking other than you to Sami.
I sent him a few lollipops. All right.
Oh, the lollipop, the special pops. They're supposed to calm you down, Bill. What adverse effect have these lollipops had on you?
Has no effect on me.
Zero. But this was a nice little. I mean, it was another shot, but I did like that we finally got our guys. We're gonna go hunt for them. It's like cool. We're gonna come get you now. First time it really turned into like we're going out there no matter what. Which is making me believe a little bit that we might see something tomorrow. Maybe somebody shows up, because it's time. It's time we got to be on their program now. It's too much. It's too much of one side. I get it. I get what the purpose is on the Impact side, but we got to have them start going down there. If you're making it so easy where you're showing like Omega's going to be, he's going to wrestle tomorrow. So it's like, yeah, these guys can go down there too. We want to get after him too. So we'll see where it goes. I would say tune in. Keep your ear to the ground on that one, guys.
Just stay patient. I keep saying it. Just stay patient. They're not gonna send 100 people over. In one time. It's like, all right, the pay-per-view's around the corner. Let's see what happens.
And Jaybone will be reviewing it tomorrow night. So Jaybone will be doing a post-show Dynamite review. So check in with the Bone on Smash This Podcast.
The New Year's Smash on Smash This Podcast.
Do you plan this, Jaybone? Do you plan that? Is that a whole deal you got worked in?
I might have talked to a certain Tony about it.
All right, we'll leave it at that. I think he's full of shit, Bill. But that's just me.
I think so. Big biceps, Tony.
Big biceps, Tony. Jordan Grace in the back with Jazz. She's apologizing to her for losing the match. Jazz like, nah, I'm disappointed in myself. She's like, don't need to apologize. It is what it is. And it's very amicable. Like, hey, shit happens, basically is what they're saying. And Grace like, you know what? It was an honor to team with you, but how about me and you across the ring from each other? Just me and you one-on-one. And Jazz like, you got it. And they forearm bump and match is on. I had Genesis. Jordan Grace and Jazz are going to go one-on-one, which I imagine for Jordan is like dream match. Like it's one of those things like this new generation would love to fight any of the women that they grew up watching. And it's like, that's kind of cool when it gets to happen. You get to actually do it. Jordan gets to fight Jazz like a legend. So I imagine it's going to be a fun match because Jazz can still go. And Jazz and Jaybone, you broke the news, right? Jazz is not retiring anytime soon. She's going to do this year now, right?
Yeah, this year that we just started, 2021, is her. It's basically a retirement tour. We don't know where and when she's all going to show up, but hey, I'm ecstatic that Impact Wrestling is part of this. We don't know how long she's going to be with it, with Impact. Hopefully, she'll get a couple more matches after Jordan. And I was also, I'm glad it wasn't just a typical, Jordan left. Now, she left without Jazz. That was interesting after that match. So I was like, it's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly. And they were in the back, and it stayed respectfully mutual. And that surprised me. So this match is Jazz doing Jordan a favor out of respect because of the respect that Jordan showed her, big picture wise after everything went down, because Jordan was apologetic. She could have been like, hey, screw you, we lost, this didn't work, what's next? And Jordan's tough, and we've seen that side of Jordan before, so nothing really would have surprised me. But I think this is just a great, I compare it to kind of like when the Motor City Machine Guns showed up to face the Rascals, similar. There was like, there's no big heel babyface thing. It's just two great teams, showing up to kick ass and put on a great match. We're seeing the same thing here between two different generations, Jordan Grace and legendary women's wrestler Jazz.
Very nice. I want to shout out Zicky Dice is in the chat. Zicky Dice, what's going on now? Free agent. Free agent Zicky in the house. I got to say, a lot of our listeners have been talking. They wouldn't mind seeing Zicky Dice come in and go nose to nose with the swingman in Impact. It's a lot of we've been tagged in a lot of these posts. People saying, we got to get Zicky in Impact, have him go against Swinger. See what happens with these two. There he is, free agent at last, Zicky Dice.
There he is.
If you guys don't know who Zicky Dice is, follow him on Twitch right now. Click on his link, follow him. One of the most creative and hilarious dudes in the game right now.
Outspoken
and very outlandish.
Outlandish. Very outspoken. I've seen a few interviews lately, and it's just let him know you'd like to see him. I think he's still deciding, maybe. He's got a big year of free agency coming up. He's got to make some decisions. We'll see what happens. And this is a big time for Impact Wrestling. We're seeing a turning of the page time in this company. We're seeing some people exit. We're going to see some new faces. There's no telling what's going to happen.
Never know, Mero, but definitely got to check out Zicky. He's awesome. Even if Impact or not, that's somebody you got to keep your eye on because he is, and his Twitch is absolutely entertaining as shit. If you aren't following him on Twitch, he goes live a lot. Go check it out. Zicky, put your link in there too, just in case they're not clicking on your link. What's that?
And I saw him advertised for the Impact Plus show. I believe it's January 30th down in Georgia with Lariato Pro Wrestling. Speaking of the Sex Ferguson and the Talk About Mania.
Is that the third show that's going to end up from them on the Impact Plus?
I believe so.
It's not live. It's taped.
Correct. Yeah, it'll be a tape.
Yeah.
So that'll be on the app Impact Plus. You can definitely watch it there. So check that out, guys. Don't forget get your Impact Plus. But he'll be there. He's saying it right here. He'll be there January 30th, guys. So there it is, and that's his link. But very cool to have you in here. Thanks, Zicky. Thanks for jumping in, man. Very cool to always see you and know that you are having fun dictating your own narrative on where you're going to show up. That's awesome. Good for you. But yeah, so we go from that, guys. So Jordan and Jazz at Genesis, Deanna and Kimber backstage with Father Jim Mitchell. Well, they're backstage. Jim Mitchell comes out from one of the doors, and they're like, "So is Sue gone? Is she done?" He's like, "Well, yeah, Sue's gone, but we got a little bit of a problem." And she's like, "What is it, Susie? Is it Susie?" And he's like, "Not really. I don't know how to explain this." And then you get
I have the runs.
You get a very business professional businesswoman come out in like a power suit, and she goes, "Hi, I'm Susan."
Oh no.
"Hello, I'm Susan." And I'm like, what the fuck just happened here? Like, where did this come from? Bill, give me some answers.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is from left field. This even had Sammy scratching his head earlier. This definitely seemed, and I'm trying to remember what the name was of the character was, but I feel it was like an Impact. I don't know if it was like the governess or something. But it was like TNA, maybe old TNA.
Are you thinking about what Daphne?
It may be, yeah, that's what I think it was. There was a
Sarah
Daphne
Palin
gimmick
parody?
as like a businesswoman.
That was it. Alicia, you're
parody.
right. Oh my God, you're so right.
But that's what it reminded me of. That's what it reminded me of. But what role she's gonna play? I have no clue. Susan.
I don't know why.
I just hope Impact tomorrow does a press release that says Susan has been signed to a contract with Impact Wrestling.
Because they did that for Susie, right? When like Susie signed,
they re-signed Susie, and
right.
Now I want them to sign. We've just added Susan.
But a lot of people are saying it's the Sarah Palin thing. I think it's more. I agree with what T is. It's more of like a Karen. I think she's more of like a Karen.
I think that's what it is. The way she said Susan
is the
was very Karen. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think now in like parody, every woman in like a business suit is called Sarah Palin with dark hair, but I don't think that's the case here.
Yeah, no, I think well, Alicia, you were saying like Susan's the ultimate Karen. It's like level 8 Karen is Susan. like Karen, like Susan is Karen's mom. At that point.
Yeah.
You know what it felt like to me? It almost felt like you've got the you've got Sue Young, you've got Susie, and now you've got the character that hides behind both of those is almost like the Clark Kent of the character.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it felt like to me, because I was like, oh my God, it's Clark Kent.
I'm excited to see where this goes. Like they constantly have you intrigued with Sue, Susie, Susan. I mean, are there any other like variations of that name that she could potentially show up as? I think she's got them all. Susie, Sue,
that was
and
the name
Susan.
Of their character, the governor.
The governor.
So I think I'm mixing the Daphne and that character together.
And talk about what kind of crazy couple years it's been for her that she keeps evolving herself.
It's amazing.
Seriously, a round of applause for her that she keeps, keeps us guessing. It's like, oh, she's terrifying as Sue Young, and I'll still stand behind that she is still one of the most terrifying characters in professional wrestling as Sue Young. Then way out in left field as Susie, like almost more creepy, but what did Cody say? Oh, she's creepy but hot. And now Susan, it's like, what the hell is Susan gonna do? This is just even more. I love it.
I really do like the idea. What Alicia said, if she's like an ultimate Karen, like level 8 Karen, I'm with that. That's gonna be where it's funny.
I don't know where I'd be without your wisdom.
That was actually
appropriate.
Well, we know we still got some more stages for it because we still got
Susanna.
We got Suzette.
Suzette is
Suzette.
number
Oh,
one. Yeah.
jeez.
And can't forget Suzanne.
Suzanne. Oh, we need Suzanne. Suzanne's like the hot suburban like MILF breaking away from like things and like just gonna rebel against suburban life. Like she's gonna be that. Then you have all the different variations, dressing like she's like 22 again, just fucking, wild. That's Suzette. Just the wild suburban mom. There's so many ways we can go with this. A lot of places we can go. I like it. Let's keep it going. 2021, the year of the Sue variations. Let's just keep this going. I am interested in where it ends up. The what?
The metamorphosis.
The metamorphosis of Sue Young. Either way, as long as we get Sue Young back at some point, I'll be happy with that. Because we need our Sue Young. But we go from there, guys, to the TNA. Well, it wasn't a TNA title match, but it was a TNA champion, Moose, against Matthew Palmer in the 3-minute challenge. So, Bill, to your happiness, he beat the piss out of Matthew Palmer for most of this. He took him out. I'm sure you're okay with this. You're not a big fan of Matthew Palmer.
Yeah, I wanted to do it quicker, but
I did watch you in the watch. You're like, come on, what are we doing here? I think at the first 10 seconds, you're like, well, we're 9 seconds too late, and putting this idiot away already. I was like, on fire. The watch along. I believe the replays on our Twitch channel. If you guys want to see Bill just shooting bullets the whole watch along, just go watch that on demand. Wild, but
Crazy.
He takes out Matthew Palmer a bunch, but then we get Willie Mack who comes down, distracts Moose, and I think it was around the 30-second mark, Bill. When Willie
he was setting up for the no lights out, and then Willie came out.
Willie came out, distracted Moose, and then the countdown hit, and that was it. What got me here, though, I got to call this out. I don't know if you guys noticed this. Willie's coming out on the stage. The timer's on the screen. Moose is looking right at the timer.
He didn't care.
I guess he didn't care, but it's like, dude, you're looking right at the timer. I mean, come on. It almost would have made more sense if Willie came in from the other side, like the audience side, hard camera side, and just to mess with him a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm like, I mean, I don't know if I'm being too picky, but it was like you're looking at the timer. You should be very conscious of the time right in front of you. I don't know.
And the fact that Moose was staring at Willie, who was standing in front of the timer, Matthew Palmer was behind Moose. I was waiting for Palmer to just quick do a roll up on him. That'd have been even better. Like, oh my God, like quick 1, 2, 3, and then take off like a bat out of hell. And
you see Bill's face when he said that. You see how angry he got just at the mere thought of that happening.
The steam's coming
Oh,
out.
I saw that, and I was looking at it. If that happened, I don't know what happened with the stream. I don't know what would have happened during the stream.
I think a lot of people thought it was going to happen because he was like right behind him in that
he was in the schoolboy format.
Yeah. And it's like
I didn't like it.
Yeah, for that, I noticed. Alicia, I was watching Bill, and he had that look on his face, like if this fucking happens, man, I'm walking off. Let's watch along, like right now, like I'm out of here. But
understandable.
I did think it was going to be that too. But Palmer wins by surviving, I guess, survival.
Yeah.
With Josh Matt's like Palmer beats Moose. I'm like, come on, like slow us down a little bit. He barely survived.
Slow your roll.
So he wins, like in the official listing, and Matthew Palmer does win the match. So we'll see where that ends up. But it's Moose and Willie at that's
I wonder if that helps you sweep the ring.
Yes, but Moose and Willie, there's two major shows coming. Is Moose Willie Genesis or Hard to Kill? And now I'm all
Genesis,
right? Yeah. That's the main of Genesis then? Are we
that or the Super X Cup final?
Right, that's probably the final. Okay, this is like.
It might be the one that breaks up the tournament a little, as far as like they do all the individual ones, and then Moose versus Willie, and then the final cup. Maybe that's how they do it. Or
it could be a Kenny Omega segment to close the show.
They also have the knockouts match that's in there, so there's that too.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going to anchor. Probably the X Cup, I'd imagine, because they're building it around that. So I imagine that's similar. This will probably be a feature though for sure. We got Ethan Page sitting on the therapist couch, and he's talking. And it turns out he's talking to the Karate Man, so he's talking to himself, and just talking about his struggle. This was interesting. The fact that they did this, because he's been doing this on his own too.
Yeah.
The duality of Ethan Page, but he's talking about his struggles, and the Karate Man's like not listening to him, and he's saying he called him a bitch at one point, which I thought was like straight. I was like, well, you're a bitch. I was like, shit. Basically, and then it turned into a challenge, and it's going to be the Karate Man against Ethan Page at Hard to Kill. And I was like, wait, what? What did I just witness happening here? Are we thinking cinematic match? I guess you'd have to, right? This can't be in ring. I cannot imagine it's going to be an in-ring match. Anybody have a thought on this one? I don't know.
I don't know.
I guess it'd have to be a cinematic one. Either way, this is wacky as shit.
It's got to be cinematic. I know we were hoping when we saw the Susie thing, that could be maybe like go all in for that cinematic match, which would be fantastic. Them as a tag team, that would have been great. This one thing, if this is Ethan's way out, which everyone's saying, this is not in a negative way, but it's a vanity project on the way out, and they're giving it to him, which kudos to Impact. Like, this is all his creation in his head, and they're letting him run with it. So kudos. Like, it'll be interesting to see. It could blow up totally and be like considered the worst thing on the card, or it could be good.
It's a good way to go out. If this is it, it's a good way to go out. It's kind of like you get to go out with something fun on your terms. I was kind of surprised that Josh Alexander wasn't anywhere to be found in this whole segment, though.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. Like, if Josh doesn't play a part in it, that seems weird. Because it felt like that's had to be how he went out, was with Josh, something with Josh related.
That's what I thought. I don't know. I would have, even if Josh is in the room when this is happening or at ringside, it was weird that Josh wasn't on this whatsoever. That to me was a little strange. So I don't know. Like, like Josh walking in, like, what the hell are you doing? Who are you talking to? What is this? Something like that. I would have liked that, but I wanted to give them. You got another week to build that one up, so we'll see what happens next week on this one. But Mark's saying this is Impact's thank you to him. I feel like more like he's leaving now. This could be. I think this is it.
Yeah.
But I still stand by the fact that he's been very adamant to say Ethan Page merchandise is being pulled from the website. Ethan Page, not my merch page. It's Ethan Page merchandise. I don't know if he's just fully morphing into the Karate Man. We'll see. But clearly Josh fears the Karate Man is what the True Colors say. We'll see where it goes. We got another week on this one. I hope next week they add a little more to it, and we'll take it from there. Josh runs down Genesis at this point. Just gets a little preview of Genesis, and now main event with our new best friend, Sami Callihan. And I hope he's probably watching and really upset still about all this that we're making him watch this. Yeah, he liked Alicia. That's all we can say. There's so many sound bites of him just ripping me apart in that interview that it's gonna live on forever. Kyle's gonna have a field day clipping that.
I'm gonna have to apply something to my burns.
Sami and Eddie, they start brawling before the match even officially starts. It's brutal. It's like it's the full on feud of Impact. I think it's gonna go down as probably the greatest feud in Impact history, just the longest running because it's. No, when did that? What's that?
These two could fight forever, and
I think so. Because Bill, when was the baseball ban? That was 2 years ago, almost, right?
That was down at the Impact Zone, right?
Yeah. 2 years ago.
So you're talking
2017.
Yeah, that's as late as it could be. Yeah. So, and it was near the end of the run there. So, you're talking, close to 3 years ago.
3 years. Yeah.
Think about that. This feud has not ended for 3 years, man.
It got put on ice a little bit, but
it did a little bit for while other things were going on. But it's like they keep coming back to it. It's because that happened. Eddie snaps. Sami turned Eddie into a psycho. Eddie ran with that whole feud he had with Cross and all that stuff Eddie's done in the meantime. But it's kind of like they find each other. They come back, It's like an Ankh, they just kind of lead back into each other at the top. Like it's very, very interesting how this has been written. And it's credit to Sami and Eddie and the creative team for doing that. Early 18, lead up to Redemption. There we go. So that's that was when that match happened. So the feud was already kicked off prior to that. So 2017 is when they started kind of
with the bat and the accidental chair thing. Yeah.
So that was early 18. So yeah, and like I said, they started kind of going at each other in late 17. So 3-year feud. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty fucking nuts that's happening. But they have amazing chemistry. It's one of those feuds where I hope they keep finding ways to keep it going. Like put on ice for a little bit again, come back to it. It's weird. Like Alicia, we've probably seen these two fight since we've been doing the show, even like 50 times. You know what I mean, or whatever.
Yeah. It never gets old.
It never gets old. We're not bored of it. Like
No.
we just keep finding ways to be entertained by it. So I dig it. It was great. This was another great one. They just another element to it. Beat the shit out of each other. Brutal match. I think they rang the bell like 5 minutes into the brawl, right, Bill?
Well, 5 minutes left in the show.
Oh, that's right. Because like I think Josh was even like, okay, now we get a bell. But just a brutal, hardcore type match, and just beating the fuck out of each other. One just constant. Great spot. If you like a nice, violent, weapon-filled match, go check this one out again. It had a lot of things going on. There's a lot of moving parts in this one.
And then you had the ending where
talk about it.
You get the screen. You get well.
Sammy's on
Eddie
the floor.
hits him. Eddie hits Sammy with the baseball bat. He hits him in the head with the baseball bat.
Yes.
So I don't know what's going on with Ed, like Sammy. I think Sammy's out for the count.
Well,
and then
clearly,
you get
the way he acted on the show tonight.
Yeah.
I think I looked a little loopy.
Yeah, I think
I'm not going to blame it on me. I'm going to say he's a little loopy from the baseball.
little loopy.
He still likes us.
But then you see Lish on the screen as Jaybone pointed out, because I was thinking the same thing. It looked like right where we saw Abyss first appear in one of those cages in the back, and not the dancing girl cages, the storage room cages at Skyway.
Yeah.
So she's back there. So Eddie, he's running. He's Forrest Gumping his way through the backstage of Skyway, and then he does find his way, and she's there, which is great. He's trying to go let her out, but it's locked, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But then doesn't turn out too well, because not only does Sammy reappear, the return of Ken Shamrock is back. Wild Stallions forever. And then they start taking it to Sammy, to Eddie, and then Sammy gets out barbed wire out of thin air. I don't know where it appeared.
No, it was hanging off the cage.
It was already there. All right.
Yeah.
So he just starts wrapping Eddie up in it, and then you get another baseball bat shot, or like a stiff one right there. Takes him down, and he's yelling at Lish the whole time. That's what I do. But I'm not going to do an impression.
We can't do that anymore.
I don't care. I'll beat his ass right now.
We can't do any more impersonations of Sami Callihan. He really did not. He wasn't too happy with that. That'll be the last time I do it, everybody. That's the end of it. If you missed it today, you missed it all the way through. He said it was like the Macho Man. That's what I was going for. No, it was cool. It did remind me a lot of the Abyss thing, Jaybone, that we saw on Throwback on number 52, where Abyss. Alicia, you know what's funny? We were watching Throwbacks. Abyss doesn't debut until 52 episodes into TNA, which
crazy.
Which we think we're like, oh, day one, which he was technically unmasked as like under a different name on day one,
Right.
but that cage looked exactly like the cage Abyss debuted out of. So tricky. No, but it was really interesting. Yeah, he definitely ties up Eddie, takes the bat again to him. They shit talk him. So I think it's safe to say Shamrock will be there in Sammy's corner, and Lish will be there in Eddie's corner. But that's it, man. That feud continues. It's not over. There was no resolution at all in that whatsoever. None.
I feel like Eddie needs. I mean, it's great to have a support of your wife, but man, if Shamrock's back, it feels like Eddie needs some kind of backup, some kind of enforcer. He needs someone in his corner. It's because Shamrock's nothing but trouble. And who's gonna stop Shamrock? Alicia, she can sure try, but man, that's gonna end up ugly.
There's a lot of talk of Davey Richards. People are tagging us a lot in that. What do you think,
They've been
Alicia?
showing, the clip of Davey turning on Eddie a lot recently, haven't they?
Good point. They have shown that a lot. I mean, well, Bill was also very vocal about the fact that they showed a lot of clips a lot this last couple of weeks.
Yeah, so is Bully Ray coming back?
Yeah.
Is Scott Steiner going to do some math for us?
You know, by the way, I got to speak on this. Yo, let me speak on this, as Conan would say. They showed that Bully Ray clip. If they show that one more time, I don't know what to do.
Well,
I don't
lost
know.
it on that one. That's where I started.
I saw
it.
you snapped. You went off today on that one. You're like, not again, not twice in the same show. I can't hear this again. I'm done. And you muted it. You full on muted it today. But Alicia brought up a good point. They've been showing the Davey one. That was kind of added in the last, few weeks.
Yeah, it's been the last couple weeks, but yeah, it's.
So Dave, like they're almost like they're teasing you with that, right? And you're right. He could use a guy in his corner. Lish is one thing, but having a muscle in the corner, Davey's teasing a comeback, it could happen. I would definitely not say no. Impact surprises us all the time.
I said it. Ethan Page out the door, Davey Richards in the door.
Because they don't.
We're back in the cut. We're serious, like a late period.
That's pretty serious. Every time you guys play that clip so much, and as a woman, I'm like, wow, that is pretty serious.
That's pretty fucking serious. I mean, yeah, even for the guy on the other end of that, it's pretty serious.
I think it's worse for the girl. I hate to break it to you, it's a little worse for us.
You thought Eddie was running fast that time. Like a lot of guys in the chat are starting to run.
But it could happen. It could happen. I know that Ethan and Davey very publicly do not get along. That's been put out there. So if Ethan is leaving, I guess it's the right time to bring Davey back in. It works. Critical Sting is missing Conan. He's saying Sting coming back, Ace and Ace, Davey Richards. Yeah, I mean, according
I don't
to
know about Aces and Eights though. I'm still waiting.
Well, according to the flashbacks on Twitch, if you were watching those, if those are hints, they're coming back apparently. But that was it. We went off the air with that. We're setting up Hard to Kill. We got another week of building this. I'm sure you get another little drop next week on what's going to happen. But that's the show tonight, guys. That's the first show of 21. They started off hot. That's like a really hot start to the year. Mm-hmm. And you got a lot of shit going on this month.
Good episode.
Really solid episode. Really, really solid.
Yeah, it's gonna be a loaded first few weeks of the. We got Genesis this weekend, then you got the Go Home and Hard to Kill. Man, the first half of January is just gonna be on fire. Can't wait.
I'm still very impressed. They're setting up. They set up 3 shows today. Think about that. They set up Genesis. They set up next week's Impact on AXS, and they set up Hard to Kill. I want everybody in the chat to think about this for a second. This company who has one show outlet mainly, like 1 week show, they set up 3 shows in 2 hours. For people who still doubt the company, like wake yourself up to that. Honestly, no, there was a couple of trolls in here earlier today. Just AEW versus Impact. Oh, fuck. But it's like they have a third of the budget and less TV time, and they set up 3 shows in one night. Like, just consider that for a second, how brilliant that is. Like, that's such a testament to the team. Unbelievable.
The other one's doing that.
Exactly. The biggest company in the world is constantly picked at for not doing things like that. Yeah. They have 25 writers and endless money, and they don't do that at all, to this degree. That's why I give this company so much credit. It's like, that's incredible how much they're able to do in just 2 hours. Is mind-boggling. So
they did set up one match, though. They did announce the one match for next week. It's Carl Anderson versus Rich Swann.
Huge.
I can't wait for that one. That's going to be another, I mean, we know Rich Swann can go, but it's just another way to see how good Carl Anderson is too.
I'm looking forward to it. Again, they've earned the right to be seen with how much they did tonight. So I think if you guys weren't planning on watching Genesis, get on Impact Plus, watch. It'll be on demand. You can, if you miss it Saturday night, watch it Sunday. Like, they're setting up an awesome show. So get on that. But that's the show, guys. That's all of it tonight. So I enjoyed it. I had a good time watching it. Good time talking about it.
Yeah,
So,
I'm stoked for everything that's upcoming. They really put it out there that it's going to be dope.
Yes. Yeah. So let's all tune in. Show support. Keep tweeting, guys. Don't forget to keep tweeting the company. Let them know what you thought of the show. Impact on AXS TV is the hashtag. Tag us in your tweets too. We'll retweet all that stuff. But let them know what you thought of tonight, leading into Genesis, Hard to Kill, all that stuff, and then let Sami Callihan know how much you liked having him. I'm serious. Like really butter him up a little bit, right? Let him know you liked having him on today. But let's start getting out of here, guys. We'll wrap it up. We're going a little long tonight. We had Sami on, so we're a little longer than usual. Let's start getting our plugs in here. Jaybone, we did not do news. I totally forgot. We had Sami on. I threw the whole thing off. He rattled us so bad we didn't do our news tonight.
That's okay. That's okay.
How about we'll save it to Sunday? We'll use it as talking points on Sunday. So save your news. We'll break down little Genesis. We'll talk about it Sunday. So let's do it.
It was. I mean, I had a lot of stuff the other night, and that's okay.
Yeah, about the same. Okay, no worries. It's your jingle, Jaybone. It's your calling card. I get to play your jingle. I could play it and just not have you do the news. Make it blue ball the entire audience till Sunday. We'll do it Sunday, everybody.
I was jingled enough tonight by Sam.
We'll do it Sunday. Let's get our plugs in here, guys. Let's start wrapping it up. Alicia, where can they get you?
You can find me only on Instagram under the handle Alicia Bikeki, all one word.
Only.
B as in the letter and not the word.
Only on the Instagram. Nice. Bill, we're going to get you. Bill's on the road starting tomorrow. He might be on site for some shenanigans. Good shenanigans, bad shenanigans. He will be there. He's going to tag you. Where are you going to be, Bill?
Anything could happen. Just like Sami. Can find me on Twitter and maybe some pictures on the Instagram at my name, at William M. Gardner, GARDNER. And don't forget the celebration on ImpactWrestling.com for Hard to Kill on the 16th, 11 a.m.
There's still spots open, guys, to get registered now.
On it.
It's 110. It's technically $85. It's really not the 110. You get $25 in gift certificates. So
you get so much shit.
Yes.
Yeah, you get hand cut canvas from maybe Trent.
I did it myself. I cut those things. I went in there and I was cutting and strutting and cutting.
Squares.
And I was like, man, Ingrid, don't I cut a great swatch? She's like, shut the fuck up and keep cutting. I was like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and Impact selling those swatches blank, I think on eBay for like $20 a pop, and you're getting 2 of those autographed.
Which I did a very good job cutting. Adam Impact put me over. He's like, Trent precisely cut those, and Ingrid's like, fuck that guy.
You get a hard to kill t-shirt too, from what I hear.
Yes.
Oh, and a Hard to Kill t-shirt.
And a t-shirt. You can't go
That's
wrong
a
with t-shirt.
$25 item.
Honestly,
minimum.
This is a sexy shirt too. This feels like $1 million.
The stuff you get adds up to the money. Honest, aside
Pretty
from
much.
like the talk, all the gifts add up to the money you're paying. It's really a hell of a
And you
deal.
get to Zoom with the Impact talent.
Yeah, which is, and then they'll probably add a few more, I'd assume, maybe. All the last minute. Did they add more like last minute? They
did. There were people that weren't announced that were there, although they've announced more people this time around than last time. I think they only announced a handful of names last time, but then a bunch of people got added on site. Same thing here, just like wrestling, cards subject to change. I'm sure in those couple hours, if people have to do promos or media, they might not be available. But like I said, I know Truck's done it before. I think Ashley said she was doing it in the chat earlier. So you'll see, hopefully, a lot of the people here, a lot of the TNI fam will be out there.
There you go.
And guys, let them know if you're doing it because what you saw tonight and because I was hyping it and Sami being on, let them know that. We want to show that this is an outlet for Impact talent to come on and plug shows, plug the events. Tweet Impact, tweet Ross Foreman, tweet the talent, Impact, the company. Let them know this is where you like to hear about the breaking events and news and talent to come on. So all your support always helps us. So please keep including us in all your combos, which a lot of the guys do. I appreciate a lot of our listeners always tag us in stuff to the company all the time, which I really do appreciate you guys doing that because it's always good for us. So please keep doing that. It's always good to hear. But yeah, Bill will be on the road. Bill, how about this? You make us a deal. If anything major breaks, you try to snap some exclusive little photo, maybe get it to us. We'll get it on the show account. Nothing like we can't that you shouldn't break. But if it's on TV. Maybe we can get something out there and into the world since you'll be on site. So Bill on the road.
Like if I bump into Richie Swan in the parking lot.
I mean, we could do something. We can do something. Let us know if it's safe to put out. We'll put it out. But all right, Jaybone, you're breaking that show down tomorrow along with Basil, right? Where can they find that? What's going on with you?
You can find me over on that other little podcast called Smash This Podcast. It's on the YouTube. It's on the Twitch. It's also on all the other socials, the Facebox, the Twitter box, and the Instaneck. Live several days a week. So yeah, tomorrow night, AEW stuff. Thursday, Mark and I will be breaking down Genesis. We'll be doing our predictions midday-ish. And then later that night, TNI is doing the throwbacks. The throwbacks are coming back. I'm so excited to get back to do those. We've only done like a couple in the last 2 months, but it's all holiday stuff related. That's why.
Yeah.
And then Saturday's big. We got Genesis. I'll be doing a watch along on Smash This Podcast. I don't know if TNI is going to be in on that too, but I want to do a watch along and then follow that with a brief review. Mark and I are going to be doing that. We'll talk to Trent afterwards and see, time everything.
We'll probably do what we do for all the Impact Plus special. We'll do the dual stream, and then Smash will take the Twitch on that one, and then both will be on the YouTube. Smash and TNI will both. So Impact Plus special, I think we've kind of done that for the last few. We'll keep it to that, Jay. You'll take the Twitch, and then we'll do that. Both will be on YouTube, and then Hard to Kill we'll do on TNI.
So yeah, no, last one we did just a review, but this one I'm really excited about. There's going to be a ton of action with the X Cup, and I want to be live. You can catch all the live reactions for that over on Smash This Podcast. So yeah,
very cool. Guys, you can get me over at Trent Zuberi over on Twitter, and also at the BSB show, the Backstage Boys show I do with Basil. It's funny, Basil is now Jay does a show with Basil. It's like he's infiltrated this podcast at this point, but. We do the Backstage Boys podcast. It's kind of our production behind the scenes of indie wrestling podcast, since him and I both work in it. This week we had Speedy on, who's the AEW photographer. He was on this week. So that is out at twitch.tv/the BSB show. So if you guys can give that a follow, I'd really appreciate that. Please go ahead and do that now. And then last week we had Garrett Kidney, the social media director for Impact Wrestling, who gave a lot of cool insight on how it all works for Impact. So, check those 2 episodes out, twitch.tv/the BSB show or YouTube at the Backstage Boys. This show on all social media at We Talk Impact, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Give us a follow on those guys. ProWrestlingTees.com/Total Nonstop Impact. The 20% sale is on through the 9th. You got like 4 more days. So get that, guys. Twitch.tv/Total Nonstop Impact. Audio format on all audio platforms: Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon. Get it on there, rate, review, subscribe, tell Alexa to play it. She will play it. We are that popular on Amazon. Alexa knows who we are. We will play. She will play the latest episode of TNI. The new logo is out. The Josh Paxton logo is officially now updated to all of our platforms. So thank you again to Josh. We updated that this week. We kicked off 2021. Jaybone was hard at work putting all that up everywhere. So thank you, Jaybone. That logo will be on a new t-shirt at ProWrestlingTees.com/Total Nonstop Impact.
Speaking of PWTs.
Yes. What do you got?
The sale.
I mentioned it. You were listening. Again, you were shutting me out again, Jaybone. This. I don't know what's in the drink. I don't know what's in the fucking lollipops. I don't know if that goddamn headband is too tight. The last 2 weeks, you really tickled my last bone there, Jaybone. I don't know what's going to happen to you. I don't know why I just said that. Anyway, let's go ahead and wrap this up, guys. Discord also. We're on Discord as well. Connect us on Discord. The link is in the description of the video. Please follow, subscribe, share bits on Twitch. Thank you to the big Twitch community. We've done some really good things in 2021's already gearing up to be an amazing year. So thank you,
Amazon
guys.
Prime membership this year. You can use it to subscribe.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a big one. We always forget to kind of remind everybody, if you have Amazon Prime, you get 1 free Twitch sub per month. Use it on us. If you can.
And those emotes. The Monty Brown one. Oh, that's enough. That's price of admission.
How about this? People who are on Twitch right now, if you guys can go ahead and throw some of those new emotes in. John E. Bravo and Monty Brown are in on Twitch. And Bill, if you see them, throw them up on the screen. But guys, don't forget, please, if you have Amazon Prime, you get 1 free sub a month via Prime. So do that. But there they are. There's new emotes right there. Kurt was thinking that.
Period.
Never gets old. All right, guys, we're gonna get out of here. Happy New Year again. A big thank you to Sami Callihan for being on with us. As abusive as it was, we loved every minute of it. He is honestly, he is one of the best. I do always refer to him as like we have debates amongst friends of mine, like who is one of the best in the world today. I always do, despite everything he said to me today. He truly is one of the greatest wrestlers in the world today. I see him as the modern day Terry Funk. He is the worldwide desperado. He's done it all. And I'm so happy he's like the captain of the team at Impact. Like he really is there to be like that guy. And I loved it. And if you guys joined us late, so we had Sami on for about 25 minutes or so at the top of the show. Go back, listen to it, see all the insults, see all the love, a lack of, I should say, but it's in there. But anything else, guys? Did I forget anything?
Oh, I wanted to, Hakeem was mentioning it in the chat. I almost forgot. Yeah, this Friday, I'm going to be doing my throwback review of an additional Genesis pay-per-view. I believe it's 2011.
Okay.
I'll be doing a review of that.
So you're just telling me we're going to get a toasted bone by Sunday.
Yeah, he's fucking rocked on Sunday. He's out.
He's going hardcore here.
I'm going to be just completely fried after this weekend.
And it's Wrestle Week.
Yeah, one night, and then I quit the business for 18 years.
That's going to be Jaybone. And it's Wrestle Week. Sorry, Bill.
It is Wrestle Week next week.
But for Jaybone, it's going to be
Cocktail hour, brother.
That's it. He's out. But guys, we're going to get out of here. Thanks again for hanging out with us. A longer episode tonight. We appreciate. Thank you to Sami Callihan and Impact Wrestling for having him on. We appreciate that. Genesis this Saturday, Impact Plus. Get it for $7.99 a month. Next week, Hard to Kill. It is a big, big month for Impact. Guys, support them. Tweet them. Let them know you love it. We will talk to you guys on Thursday for the throwback. So join us then. Jay won't be on with Smash tomorrow in case any news goes down. Join him on Smash's podcast, Thursday Night Throwback, episode 53, NWA TNA. Then back here on Sunday for the Impact Plus Weekly. And then also, my bad, Genesis review on Saturday night. A lot going on. We're going to be on a lot this week. Anyway, guys, have a good night. We'll talk to you later. See ya.